Hello, specters! Spacey goes back from the void, back with Danganronpa 2. This is chapter 5, right? I'm pretty sure it is chapter 5, because we have one more chapter after that. I'm pretty sure each game has 6 chapters. Either way, hello everyone. Hi, Hawk. Yep, it already started, because I didn't feel like waiting any longer, honestly. Dancing to music. Hi, Akira! Nice to have you back. Hey, Alpheus. How's it going, everyone? So, last time was a big fucking surprise. Also, if the music's too loud, please let me know, or at least louder than usual, because it sounds like it is for me, but I don't know how it sounds for you guys. So, like, this whole time, we thought, like, Nagito was all being, like, sneaky in the background, like, putting the chess pieces where they lay, only to find out that he's been dead. Someone already got to him. Like, and it was a really fucked way of, like, killing him off, too. Eventually, the shock finally registered with me. Mostly because it's been a week, and we've calmed down, we've relaxed. Hopefully this won't be as bad as the first time we saw it. A numb feeling spread from the center of my brain almost instantly. Yep, there it is. Yep, he is fucking dead. Rip Nagito. Or Nagito. Man! Even though he was trash, even though he was shit, even though you just want to, like, figuratively kill him and be like, tell us the fucking answers, you fucking twink. Like, he was alright. He was fine. He was mostly harmless. But nah. Hi Panic, how are you? I'm doing great. My birthday was actually a few days ago, if those of you who have no idea. And I saw Detective Pikachu on my birthday, that was fun. My favorite trash boy is dead, no. All the sobbing emojis, yep. Pour one out, guys, for Nagito. I won't, because this is the computer room, and that would ruin everything. I figuratively pour one out for the trash boy. Even when I saw this before me, I wasn't able to comprehend that reality yet. And also, he knows things! He knows things that we don't know about ourselves! I mean, I guess we could just, like, sneak the book out of his jacket and, like, read it for ourselves. But, like, he could have hidden it somewhere. He could have burned the book. It could have burned down with the rest of this place. Hack says don't spoil Detective Pikachu because I have to watch it on this Sunday. I wasn't planning on it, no. No, like, Detective Pikachu was a treat to just go in knowing absolutely nothing, just that Pikachu's adorable and that they're solving crimes. That's it, that's all you gotta know. Akira says, awesome, was Ryan Reynolds good? Oh, he was fabulous. Then again, when isn't he fabulous? Huh? Whoa. Nani? Nani the fuck? There he goes. I forget he's not good with blood.
What?
What's going on here?
Are you serious?
He's pretending to be dead, isn't he? I mean, he's Nagito, you know? That's right. It's Nagito. There he is. Just all sprawled out. And not in the good way. Kazushi screamed. All the screams. He's probably not gonna stop screaming. We're probably gonna have to, like, duct tape him. And then he's probably gonna scream more because, like, I mean, Nagito's duct taped as well. Probably gonna instantly think we're gonna, like, kill him off next in a similar fashion. He always messed with us. He always tried to confuse us. That's why. I can't believe it. I mean, I can kind of believe it. I mean, he kind of had it coming. I'm honestly surprised they didn't try killing him, like, from the very beginning. Nagito ended up in such a cruel state. Nagito is dead. Deep down, I believed that when the killings finally ended, I'd never see this guy again. Oh, your dreams have been answered. I never expected I'd be looking at Nagito's body like this. Or at least without a spirit room. The rest is up to our own kinky fantasies. Nagito probably thought the same thing. Couldn't help see Nagito probably thought it would be me in that position. I couldn't help seeing it in his dead framed face. But on this island, unbelievably abnormal occurrences happen all the time. Even Nagito couldn't escape that truth. Hajime. But he will still haunt your dreams. Ooh. Yes, Akira. Yes. Even though he is dead, we can still fap to that. But even something as small as that. Thanks, Monokuma.
A body has been discovered!
It's so nice of him to wait for us to properly freak out and then do the discovery announcement.
Now then, after a certain amount of time has passed, the class trial will begin!
So like always, the stream would be only the investigation, mostly because, especially with this death, I have a feeling like the class trial for it is gonna go on an insane amount of time.
Don't tell me.
The body discovery announcement? Then it's for real? For real?
Hey!
Then Nagito is really dead.
Damn it.
It's not just that he's dead if the body discovery announcement was made. Does that mean Nagito? No. He's just pretending. It's a joke. Funny haha. He's gotta get up, pull the spear out of his chest and be like, ha, fooled you guys. Yes, a body has indeed been discovered, Akira. Killed!
That's right.
Plus it's one of us. I mean, that's what it means, right? Yeah, I'd highly doubt, with literally all of his appendages being tied down, like, I highly doubt he'd have the ability to do that himself. One of us killed Nagito. One of us killed him so brutally. And it's going to start again? Huh? Class trial's gonna start soon, right? Then...
Of course!
Yep, we gotta do it! Gotta find out who Nagito's killer is! Hi, Monokuma. Nice of you to join us.
Hey!
No matter who you guys sacrifice, you're determined to survive and leave this island, right? And the time for action is now! So, allow me to give you the Monokuma file! But why not? Hold it right there!
Damn it!
Don't get in my- oh wait, hold on. Don't get in my way like that! I was about to whip out the Monokuma file in such a cool way!
You stupid brother!
Shut up! I can't stand this any longer!
Got it?
How much longer are you gonna keep putting them through this? I mean, there's only so many chapters, Monami. I'm sorry. Hi, Nico. Watch Monami be the killer. That would honestly be a plot twist, Alpheus. Like, everyone's so suspicious. Like, this is the one class trial where, like, literally everyone had a reason to, like, be the killer and stuff. But, plot twist, it's actually Monami trying to, like, help out the students. I won't let you. I'll make sure I pulverize your evil intentions. Guys,
Hey!
say something.
What's this?
Oh, now I remember who you are. You're Monami. Oh, fuck you. Nico says, hi, how was your birthday? It was great. It was great. Detective Pikachu was great, and that's all I'm saying about that because spoilers. I did a whole lot of nothing before Detective Pikachu, so that was great. Yeah, it was nice to have the day off. You just now noticed.
Like...
Anyway, Monami, if you're gonna talk about my intentions, why don't you talk about yours first? What are your intentions anyway? Why are you keeping everyone all cooped up on this island? She just wanted us to have a good experience. before we get shoved off to college or the next year of high school or whatever. She just wanted us to do good splashies and like get a nice tan and drink coconuts with umbrellas. And you had to step on in. Akira says happy birthday. Thank you. I'm 23 now. Monami turned into a beast, yes. Nico says, you know there's a Lego Detective Pikachu that when he turns his head raises a magnifying glass. Oh, that's awesome. Pocky says, hey dudes, I'm at the hospital. Why are you at the hospital, Pocky? The father in me is coming out. Was it skating? I blame the skating. And thank you for wishing me a happy birthday. Now I'm just worried. I'm less worried about Nagito just still being a corpse in the background. Dads. No fair, you're shutting up too. Please wait. Enough already. Yes, thank you, Sonia. Enough of this back and forth, just give us the fucking file. We already have enough to deal with concerning Nagito. Please do not say anything else that would confuse us. Dots. Hey. Anyway, let's begin. But.
This is just...
I mean, in the end, we still have to do it, right? As long as a killing happens, we can't do anything about it, right? We have no choice but to do it, right? Pocky says, I'm getting my ear cyst taken out because it's closed at my... Ooh. That's nasty. I'm glad you're getting that taken care of. And I'm glad it wasn't a horrible skating accident like I imagined in my mind. Ooh. I hope that goes well for you. Besides, it's our fault that we couldn't even prevent it. I know, it's the only way we can survive, right?
Nice!
Looks like you kids are way more well-behaved than Monami.
Don't fuck with me!
We're tired of this too, you know. I love that voice line so much. It's so angst. That's why I'll definitely make sure to finish this good for this time.
This is kind of depressing.
Does that mean you guys are getting bored of this school trip? I mean, come on! Look at him! How are you bored with that?
Actually...
Don't worry, the end is near. The end?
What's the matter?
Don't make a face like a pig that's about to become bacon. You already noticed, right? Count the chapters. This is 5. There's 6 of them. And I hear Thomas, I think. Yep, okay. Mini break, guys. Okay. Wow, Thomas came really early this time. But Pocky says, I did take a week off skating because I felt weird, but the hospital is unrelated to it. Okay. Okay, that makes me feel better. Oh yes, the meaning behind that Monokuma timer that's just been forebodingly in the background this whole time. I guess there's only 2 days left, huh? Oh shit. When that timer reaches 0, 2 days from now, what will happen to us? Oh wait, that's not Monokuma. Anyways, this killing school trip will be over. So I'm guessing Nagito's just gonna be the last step? Other than whoever murdered him? Hi, Becky! How's it going? How are you?
Hey,
This will finally be over.
you
Does
serious?
that mean we can go home?
What are you gonna do?
Don't count your bears before they hatch. There's still something you gotta do before that, right?
So,
Once again,
it's the Monokuma file!
yay!
Phew.
You guys need to find out who Nikita's killer is and survive the class trial. If this ends here, there won't be an afterword at all.
Do your best.
Buzz house on kinda exploded this morning. What? Like, actually exploded? Like, what happened?
Wait! I won't forgive you.
Wait, right there. What do you guys think? If the school trip is nearly on end, it's safe to think we can go home, right?
But still,
Kazuuchi, I understand how you feel, but we need to focus on Nikito's case first.
Damn it!
Even if we can go home, it'll be the end of us if we screw up here.
alright!
Let's hurry up and solve Nikito's case so we can all go back home.
However,
It is nice to think everyone can go home, but that is impossible, right? I mean, someone in this room killed Nikito. There's a killer among us. The weight of those words began to sink onto me. That was true of the previous cases, but was it really true this time? No matter how much I tried, I couldn't believe it. Because the victim was Nikito? Because his death was so abnormally cruel? I mean, the other ones were pretty fucked too, but sure, this takes the cake. Okay. I guess as we heard a loud bang and then smoke came out from the back of the bus, but we all ran out in a bit of a panic. Apparently the engine went bust. Well, I'm glad you're safe. I'm glad everyone else is safe. It could have been a lot worse. So I'm really happy to hear all that. No, it wasn't just that. There was something more to it than that. And whatever it was stuck inside me. Is it secret secrets? Ooh. Different music. First, we need to look at the Monokuma file. Damn, he's 5'9". I mean, I think that's on the shorter... Well, no. That's more average for dudes. He's so... I'm still so small compared to him. But his birthday's on April 28th. Hey! He's a Taurus. That makes him a Taurus, right? Yeah, Taurus buddies. Yes, this music is a bop. Lily says, hi, I'm sick at school and I'm going home. Yay for going home. I mean, it sucks that you're sick, but I'm glad you're going home. Because, like, it sucks, like, being sick, but having to, like, still be stuck there and have to do studies. And Becky says, definitely woke me up before work. Yeah, that'll do it to ya. The victim is Nikito Kamaria. The body was discovered inside the warehouse near Monokuma Plushie Factory. Estimated time to left. What were words? The estimated time of death is believed to be noon sharp. Okay, what time was everything else? I don't remember if it told us what time, like, we had to be at the factory and everything. Not only is there a spear stabbed in his stomach, there are multiple stab wounds on each of his thighs. Furthermore, there's a laceration on his left arm and a knife impaled through his right hand. What a tragic situation. Just reading this is making me depressed. You wanted despair? Well, you got despair. I'm feeling it, definitely. Oxid's best investigation music of SDR2. Yeah, I'm really digging this. It's so cool.
huh?
Is there something wrong with this Monokuma file? Again. But what's wrong with it? The only thing I can think of is the time of death. Not only is there a spear stabbed in his stomach, there are multiple stab wounds on each of his thighs. Furthermore, there's a laceration of his left arm and a knife impaled through his right hand. Okay, that all sounds right to me. It does.
Yep.
It's definitely weird. Well, I guess I'll find out if I look around. That's what the investigation is for. Don't worry, I form conclusions on your own. That makes me more worried than I should be. Lily says, oh, Spacey, guess what? My boyfriend offered to get me Persona 5. Ah! That's so nice of him! Man, I hope you enjoy the game as much as I have. It's such a good game. We can discuss it later. Right now is our only chance to investigate. So we should investigate first.
See?
If we don't, there won't be anything for us to discuss. Well, I guess you're right. Plot twist, everyone had a hand in his death. Like, there was one person that went for his legs, one person that went for, like, his hand, and the blackened is just whoever did, like, the final killing blow. Now let's start with the area surrounding Nagito's body. I should start with the back of the warehouse. Since the curtain blocked most of the water, this area wasn't affected by the sprinklers that much. Thanks to that, I can properly investigate Nagito's body. Thanks, curtain. Never thought I'd have to investigate Nagito's body, at least not in this fashion. You probably didn't expect to end up like this either. I always thought he'd be a top, not a bottom. I should stop making jokes like this when we're talking about his dead body. Alright, let's get deep into this. By the way, Persona 5 Royal Human Morgana is hot. Why? Yeah, like, literally. I was expecting Morgana to be like a small child. Just a small baby of a human. Not that. Not that. Like, I mentioned it before, but it seriously looks like you took, like, I'm trying to remember names. Yusuke. I kept wanting to say Yosuke, but that was Persona 4. Yeah, if you took Yusuke, if you took Yusuke and, Mishima? Was that his name? And you just, like, combine them together? That's what human Morgana looks like. Like, why? Versatility with yaoi couples are a thing. I know it's a thing. But still, it is pretty unexpected. He's always spouting nonsense about hope and trying to confuse the hell out of us. But even so, dying like this is just too cruel. Also, he wasn't completely useless. There were times we were only able to reach the truth because of him. There were times when only he knew the truth. And then eventually he was like, okay guys. Here it is, throw you a bone. Lily says this only fueled everyone who keeps saying I'm Futaba. You are a Futaba, like honestly. But everything good and bad about him is gone. We'll never be confused by him again. We'll never be saved by him again. No, now's not the time to think about unnecessary things. I need to focus on the investigation from now on. I'm bridled with unnecessary emotions. For now, I need to investigate everything about this body that catches my eye. This is an odd angle, but okay. I don't like how it looks vaguely blurry, but maybe they did that on purpose because of how, like, honestly fucked this is. There's something else I was gonna say, but I completely forgot. Let's look at his hand. Or the burnt rope. But mostly the hand. The knife is stabbed through Nagito's right hand. Did the killer do this? How could they do this? How could they do something so cruel? This knife. It must be from the military base. And who was at the military base when they weren't supposed to be? Now that you mention it, you're right. It looks like a survival knife.
Well?
By the way, it seems the wounds on his legs and left arm were caused by that same knife. Which means after the killer was finished stabbing Nagito's legs and left arm, they stabbed the knife through his right hand.
It cannot be.
And then they finished him off with the spear.
How cruel.
It is. Then does that mean the killer went to the trouble of using two weapons, a knife and a spear? They could have just killed him by stabbing him with the knife. I mean, they wanted to make him suffer as much as possible. Like, come on. Why did they need to use the spear at all? Maybe it's metaphorical. Like, people always talk about, like, oh, the mighty spear of justice. So maybe that's why.
You are right.
That is definitely strange. Was there a reason they had to use it? reason they had to use the sphere, huh? Cheers, bullet. Survival knife has been added. Alright, now let's look at the rope. Yugito's right wrist is tied with a rope. It looks like the tip of that rope burned off. Could this be the result of the fire? But you're too far away from the fire. If the rope is burned off like this, why are Nagito's clothes completely unaffected by the fire when he was so close to the blaze? Yeah. And also, didn't the curtain block things off, or was it just the water? Burned rope has been added. I mean, there's no way they could have, like, magically moved him between, like, the fire happening and us discovering him. Okay, other hand. Left hand. There's a cut on his upper left arm. His legs and right hand have stab wounds, but this wound looks like a slice. It's probably the reason that the wound on his left arm doesn't look that deep compared to his other wounds. But regardless, it doesn't change the fact that it's a hideous wound, and there's blood everywhere. Nagito, clean your shit up, please. There's something strange. Oh, is this the same thing you were talking about earlier? Becky says, also, I'm certain I saw Futaba's mother in the trailer, and it fucked me up. Like, what? Maybe we'll see some, like, flashbacky stuff in Persona 5 Royal. Pocket says, okay, they're not really sure what it is, so I'm gonna have to come back another day for an ultrasound. Oh. No, that means you have to suffer more. That sucks.
See?
Look at the palm of his left hand. I think that blood is from when his left arm was sliced, but doesn't the blood splatter look strange? It cuts off right in the middle of his palm. Maybe he was holding something. I would suggest maybe he was holding the spear. Just because that's the only close thing that's like round enough to like hold and stuff. Maybe the killer didn't have two weapons originally. Like the killer had the knife and then like Nagito had like the spear, and like in disarming him, then that's how the killer like got to have multiple weapons. Like they didn't originally come at him with multiple weapons. That's just how it happened. Yeah, it definitely cuts off. Maybe that's as far as the blood could reach when it splattered? No, that looks really unnatural. Well, that would explain the blood in his palm, but there's something else that's strange. When you flip it over, look at the back of his hand.
Well?
Oh. There's also blood, but only above the middle joint of each finger. Was he wearing fingerless gloves? I mean, that doesn't make sense from like this end of it. Becky says it's not flashback. She's with Futaba and Huma Morgana at Sahiro's bar. Huh? That's odd. That is also fucking me up, because like how would that be possible? Like, isn't she fucking dead? What? Are there secrets we should know about? Kira, he's expecting us to clean up for him. Obvious is maybe it's time travel then, or maybe I don't know. We'll see when the game comes out. But my mind is doing too many, like, flips and tricks right now to decipher that. Why is it only on this part?
See?
It's just as I said, right? It's strange, right? I win. This isn't a game. But sure. It's definitely strange. What did the killer do to make the blood splatter like this? Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute, it kind of makes sense. Because, like, the top parts of his fingers are covered in blood, but not, like, this underside. But I notice now that he has his fingers kind of curled, so that would, like, protect this part from blood. he was holding something. So again, he had the spear originally, but that doesn't. That doesn't explain how he managed to get in this position, though. Like, it kind of solves the beginning half. Like, it kind of insinuates that he at least put up a fight before dying. But how did he get from, like, defending himself to, like, this? That's the question. Hockey. Now I'm having a Hershey's bar for breakfast. Breakfast of champions, yes. Becky says, what if she wasn't killed but in a coma and they kept that shit secret? They did a lot of docu shit. They did say that there would be story change. Ooh, yeah, retcons, changes to canon. That could be very well be a thing. Lynn on the left hand has been added. Okay, we're gonna look at the spear last. Let's look at this. No, I don't want the feet. I don't want the spear. I want the very obvious blood splatter thing right next to him. Can I not look at it? Why can't I not look at it? It looks very obviously like a part of this whole thing. But sure, I guess we'll look at his feet. Both of Nikita's legs are tied up. Each rope is tied to the pillars nearby, and wouldn't have been able to move at all. According to the Monokuma file, the wounds on his legs are all stab wounds. Does that mean the killer didn't just tie up Nagito, but they also stabbed his legs? Why would the killer do something like that?
Damn it!
Man, they didn't even aim for the dick. At any rate, it's pretty sadistic. The killer must have been holding a huge grudge towards him. You mean, like, literally everyone here? Or they might have been torturing him. Torture?
Huh?
I mean, if they just wanted to kill him, they could have just stabbed him once in the chest, right? Okay, disregard the spear to his chest. The other wounds were inflicted for reasons other than killing. Which means the wounds all over Nikito's body were from the killer torturing him. That's enlightening. That's comforting. That helps me sleep at night. If that's the case, why was the killer trying to make Nagito confess? Was it something that would have led to the traitor?
Even so.
Well, even if this was torture, there's no doubt that the killer must have held a deep grudge towards Nagito. Refusing to let him die easily? I can totally understand a dark impulse like that. But even if they held a grudge against him, would they have really gone this far? Torture wounds! Have it at it! Thanks. Alright, let's go for his face. He must have been in great pain. He clearly had this agonizing look on his face when he died. His mouth was covered with duct tape. Was this to keep Nagito from screaming for help?
This is bad.
What a horrible look on his face. Blood splattered all over doesn't help either. It's a good thing his mouth is covered with duct tape, otherwise I wouldn't be able to look at him. Got a minute? Sorry, excuse me. Chiaki moved past Kazuchi to me. It squatted down next to Nagito's face. In one swift movement, she ripped the duct tape off of his mouth. Yeah, exactly. What are you doing? What is this accomplishing? Does he have secrets in his mouth?
It's gonna be fine.
I'll put it back right away once I'm done investigating here.
Hey, hey, hey!
Putting the tape back isn't the issue, you ungrateful swine. You're gonna get cursed. The face, though. Yeah, that face, though. Pocky says, I'm almost out of data, so I'll switch the rest of the stream when I get home. Bye, guys. Bye, Pocky. Hope you don't miss too much. The blood on Nagito's face. It looks like it mostly came from the slice on his left arm. If that's the case,
Man.
it's no use. She's not listening.
Hey, hey.
About the blood splattered on his face. There's no blood under the duct tape. Okay, so they duct taped him first. Okay. What's wrong with that?
Well,
This duct tape has crinkles, like it was sticking toward the inside. Well, yeah, if he's fucking screaming, of course it would. Nagito was probably desperately moving his mouth under the duct tape. Seriously, what's wrong with that? She means Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape before he got those wounds all over his body. Okay. So, the only thing I can think of is that before, like, all the shit went down, someone must have kidnapped Nagito. And again, everyone's a suspect because, like, everyone was part of the first attempt to kidnap him. So this must have been a successful one then. Spray's causing she like a cat. No, you'll make him scream more. So he tried to shout, which caused the duct tape to get sucked into his mouth a bit. But what's wrong with that? Is that something we really need to worry about? I don't really get it, but please just put the duct tape back on his mouth already. Yeah, it's...
Yep.
Yeah, you're right. This is pretty fucked. Anyway, this might be some kind of clue too, so I should remember it. Duct tape has been added. Alright. So I guess the last thing we have to look at is this thing. A sphere with a flashy ornament on it is impaled deeply into Nagito's stomach. There's no way around it. It looks like a fatal wound.
What's this?
Oh my, what's this? Such a strange looking sphere, isn't it? The cord extends from...
Okay, so the cord's part of it.
The cord extends from the tip of the handle, and there's an iron weight attached to it. I see. So use the cord as a whip to capture the enemy and deliver the final blow with the sphere.
Is this your first time looking at this too? You wrote up the damn Monokuma file, come on.
Of course not. This is the sphere of Gungnir, right?
You definitely just came up with that just now.
Hey!
By the way, I wanted to ask you, where did the sphere come from?
I feel like I saw it at Nezumi Castle. Yeah, the spear was missing. There was a bunch on the wall and shit.
Nezumi Castle.
What the hell?
I was starting to be afraid of mice, so I can't go in there. Damn you mice. Damn you all to hell.
I see. Even he doesn't know what's inside the castle. Well, more importantly, I need to focus on the investigation. The spear definitely catches my eye, but the weight on the end of the cord coming out the handle looks like that part has blood on it too. But for some reason, this section of the cord doesn't have blood on it. It's about the size of a human fist. That's strange. It's strange that this section of the cord doesn't have blood on it. Maybe... Maybe that's the part Nagito had. Like, maybe that's the part he was holding. Also, Chiyuki mentioned this earlier, but apparently that spear came from Nezumi Castle. Might be better if I confirm that later. Hey, we leveled up! The spear has been added. Rip Mercuro, exactly. I see your references to DR1 Monokuma. I guess some of the area surrounding Nagito's body. Jeez, I can't believe I actually investigated such a grisly looking body. Even I'm surprised at myself. Yeah, I'm surprised you're not just like freaking out, dude. Does this mean I'm used to it? Oh no. We've become desensitized. A classmate's dead body is right in front of me, and one of my peers is the killer responsible. Now I have to investigate his death so I can find his killer. Am I used to something as abnormal as that? That would mean I'm becoming abnormal too. Oh shit. So, new theory. Or a new theory to go alongside the previous theory. So maybe he was all tied up and for some reason I feel like especially with that kind of blood splatter, like, the spear would be actually above, and due to reasons we have yet to decipher, maybe Nagito was forced to choose between just like kind of staying there and or the torturer still torturing him, or him ending his own life with the spear. And like maybe he was holding on to like the cord of the spear and the spear's like above and he just like pulled the cord somehow. Then again, that doesn't completely make sense, because while it would make sense why like that one part doesn't have blood and the one part in his hand doesn't have blood, like I don't see you being able to like pull things with the way his hand is like tied up. But again, with that kind of blood splatter, I can only imagine the spear being above and then like with the sheer force of gravity falling down and impaling him. I don't know, I could be completely wrong. Monokuma plushie also has blood on it though. Becky says, love how if you love him or hate him, everyone agrees that his death is fucked. Yeah, I mean, look at it. Like, fuck, man. Monokuma's dead! There's blood coming out of his stomach! Finally, we can rejoice! Break out the streamers! Hey!
No response. He's dead, Jim. There's nothing to it. Just kidding, I'm not dead.
Is this one of the life-size plushies that were being produced at this factory?
If you're mistaking a plushie for me, then there's something wrong with you.
You're a stuffed animal too.
Don't put oversized garbage there. It's so misleading.
Yes, it's all Monokuma's fault.
What the heck?
What are you calling oversized garbage?
Could this be one of Monokuma's tricks? Then why'd he do it? Making a hole like he got stabbed and going through the trouble of dirtying the hole with blood? Did he try to intimidate Nagito's body or something?
What are you saying?
I had nothing to do with that.
Who killed Monokuma?
A body has been discovered.
I think whether it be Nagito or someone else, maybe they thought the plushie was the actual Monokuma and they tried killing him.
You're so evil.
He's probably lying. Seriously, you're always lying. You should just die like that plushie over there.
What's this?
Yeah, fucking die, Monokuma.
You seem more pissed than usual these days, Monami, but you better watch out what you say.
You better watch out. You better watch out.
If I feel like it, I can wipe you out easily, you know. I won't give in to your threats. I'll fight you to the very end.
I can't lose.
I'll definitely take back the seat of the world supremacy from Monokuma.
Good for you guys. Looks like those annoyances are gone. Back to the murder. If it wasn't Monokuma's trick, then who did this? Could the killer have done this? If so, is this Nagito's blood? I have no idea how this connects to the incident. Yeah. Like, the hole fine, but blood too? Alright, let's look for fire grenades. Oh gee, I wonder how those got there. Looks like a bunch of plastic bottles. Remnants of plastic are scattered all over the place. This is probably those fire grenades that we used to put out the fire. Well, they weren't actually that useful. They were actually full of gasoline. It was a big mistake. Fire was only extinguished thanks to the sprinklers. Well, nevertheless, this evidence really isn't all that strange. What about the lighter, though? The lighter, though. Ah, it's an oil lighter. This is where the curtains would have been hanging. It looks like the fire did extensive damage here. The oil lighter is placed here.
Just kidding.
Someone probably wanted to keep warm. Yes, totally.
Bring it on.
Is a most foolish thought. This clearly is the cause of the fire.
Well,
Oil lighters can continue the burn even after someone lets go of them.
which means
So using that, the curtain was set on fire. Using the oil lighter, huh? Do you think the killer set up some sort of trick with it?
you are right.
The killer probably planned to destroy the evidence by setting this warehouse on fire. They caused the fire to destroy the evidence. Akira, why you always lying? Why the fuck you lying? I have a coworker that I used to get rides home with during the winter. And like pretty much every time I got a ride home with her, like she would be playing that song unironically, and it's like the best thing. Becky says, better not shout, better not cry, better just die, I'm telling you why. Noel is coming to town. Hey, it works, cause Noel... Christmassy tunes. That's the only reason I can think of why a killer would set fire to their crime scene, but I mean, they'd have to know about the sprinklers, though. Oil lighter has been added. Alright, I mean, I'm guessing where's my cursor going? Okay, looks like I can't decipher these. I can't investigate them. I'm assuming maybe like these were kind of like a path to like, I don't know, bring the fire to the curtain. What else can I look at besides the body? Killer? No. The curtain though. No. There's blood right there. Or at least it looks like there's blood right there. Yeah, that's clearly pink. It's clearly, like, not the lighting. It's right there. I don't know how blood got right there. But it is right underneath where the spear is. So maybe I'm right that it was hanging. Or something. I'm clearly a lyrical genius, yes. You would. When is your next EP coming out, Becky? Cause I need those sick beats. I need that lyrical genius in my life. Alright, I guess all we have to do is just talk to everyone. One of us killed Nikito in such a cruel way. It's so bizarre, he couldn't do anything except laugh. Okay, that was very insightful. Let's go to Akane. It matters if Gundam's killing in room cans. It looks like it's different this time. It doesn't matter this time. What doesn't matter? The time. Looks like the time doesn't matter. It was clearly written in the Monokuma file. The time of the death was noon sharp. If it was at noon, what were we doing at that time? What were we doing? Well, right now it's till 12:30 p.m. So it also has a clock function. I mean, yeah. And that means Nikito died 30 minutes ago. Happened that recently? He's totally a fresh kill. Fresh seems like a bad way to describe it. Please don't call him fresh. No, thank you. It happened 30 minutes ago. Was it around the time we were struggling with bombs? But like, now it just seems really obvious that it's Sonya then. Because Sonia was the only one that wasn't around, like, at all until, like, the very end. And then when she came out, she had all the answers. How did she get all the answers? She probably was with Nagito, who knew all the answers. You're right, those fake bombs were originally supposed to explode at noon.
Alright!
Which means whoever doesn't have an alibi for that time is Nagito's killer. But this could be like when Nekomaru died. The killer could have also used some kind of automatic setup. That's true. Also, the crime looks very detailed, so they would have needed time to prepare.
Alright!
And whoever doesn't have an alibi before we found the bombs is suspicious.
Huh?
Wait, none of us have an alibi for that time. That's why we all split up to search for the bombs. But who was where they weren't supposed to be? Looks at Sonia. Yeah, that's the problem. Sonia?
So just as I thought.
If only everyone could go home. Nothing would make me happier. No, we should finish the class trial, then we can think about what happened after. But why were you at the military base? When you weren't supposed to be Sonia? She looks like she's deep in thought while staring at the ceiling. What happened? Is there something strange about the ceiling? Is it the blood I noticed earlier?
Yep.
Yeah, about that sprinkler. That's one of the sprinkler heads that activated to put out the fire.
Well,
You can see a girder right next to it, right there.
see?
Can you see that red streak? You're right, I definitely see it. Looks like a small red line on the ceiling girder.
Perhaps.
Is that blood? Blood? The color definitely looks like blood, but there's no way blood could get up there, right? Plus it's in a straight line. That's why I've been staring at it. I think it's straight. It's definitely straight. I should remember this. Blood on the girder has been added. Well, then I guess that's enough investigating in the area behind the curtain. The killer's goal wasn't just killing Nagito. There should have been another reason as well. If not, they wouldn't have gone through the trouble of tying him with a rope and covering his mouth with duct tape. Not that just that. There's no reason to inflict any wounds other than a fatal one. So what was the reason? Just to fuck him up. That's why. Looks like I better investigate other areas to figure that out. I should try investigating the other areas inside this warehouse first. Yeah, it totally is just a line and everything. Not a Monokuma panel. There are a lot of tipped over Monokuma panels. The panel near the curtain in the back is tipped over and forward. Did the fire do that? Or why are they scattered like this? Last time I came here, I seem to recall. They should have been neatly put away. Maybe we're the ones who made this mess. Huh?
See?
Look, the tipped over panel by the entrance is really close to the door, right? Oh! When we opened the door, they all tipped over, and then maybe one of the lighters was attached to one, or somehow was contracted to turn on when they tipped over. Ooh. It's fine, I'll open it slowly. No, that's not the problem. Seriously, it'll be fine. And then we started the fire. It's not opening. Is there something blocking the door? I can barely open it. I knew it, it's a trap. Seriously, just stop it, okay? Didn't I tell you it'll be fun? I just gotta use a little more force. What happened to opening it slowly? Akane ignored their protest. With a mighty kick, the door flew open. And then the fire happened.
Well,
There's something else I've been wondering.
hey.
These Monokuma panels are tipped over starting on the entrance to the back of the warehouse, right? They seem to be lying on top of each other in a straight line. Yeah, compared to that other tipped over panels, that line is the only one that's being orderly. Isn't this clearly strange? Strange. That means we can speculate this was done intentionally. Have been Adam. That also means that whoever set it up must have found like another entrance though, if they can't use that front door. MP3 player. Is even a speaker plugged into it. But why is this here?
Maybe.
Looks like the weird music was playing from here. You know that music that was blaring when the fire started? Yeah, you're right. It's like a buster from getting drenched by the sprinklers. There's no mistaking it, that music was playing from that MP3 player. I don't disagree with that, but why was the killer playing music? I think it's just to make a lovely atmosphere. MP3 player has been added. What else? Tons of CDs? All these CDs, they're all copies of Monokuma's music. These should have been burned too. But they're not. Also, all of these Monokumas are completely fine. But not those. Tons of books. There are a bunch of books stopped on top of each other. Apparently they contain Monokuma's poetry and photos. The sprinklers completely soaked them. I can't turn the pages anymore. Well, it's not like I'm missing much. Okay. Can I leave? That is the wrong button. Hold on, I think I need to talk to you. I think that's what I gotta do. Yeah, because we already investigated the back of the warehouse. Dots. Looks like Sonia's focused on investigating the warehouse. Which reminds me, there's something we need to ask her about. Hey! What were you doing? What are you doing? Now that we've pretty much finished and get now that we're done with the thing, I think it's time to talk to her. Hey Sonia, do you have a minute? Yes, what is it? I want to talk to you about that fake bomb Nagito inside the warehouse exploded.
Huh?
Right before it exploded, you sent something like this, right? Flashback time. It is alright, it is not a bomb. Why did you know the bombs were fake? Well. That's not all either. When we're looking for the bombs, why were you at the military base? I thought you were supposed to be searching the central island. What the fuck? Plus, when I called for you, you didn't come to the factory right away. Where were you, and what were you doing during that time?
Oh my! It cannot be!
Do you suspect me? I mean, I wouldn't have to suspect you if you would just tell us the answer straight through. It is a misunderstanding. I am not the killer. Jesus, shit, you son of a bitch. Sonia.
I am sorry!
I was panicking. I shall calm down and explain to you why I was at the military base. When I first explored the final island, I discovered a vast amount of bombs there. Huh?
Well?
At first I was worried that someone might use them for nefarious reasons if I announced it to everyone. So I kept silent the whole time. Does that mean when you heard Nagito's planted bombs you got suspicious and went to investigate them?
That is...
And as I suspected, the bombs had disappeared. I thoroughly searched for them inside the military base, but the bombs were nowhere to be found. And because you were searching for them, you were late when we all gathered.
Please listen!
And because of that, I reached a conclusion. The bombs Nagito brought from the military base, which means they were fake bombs. How did you find out that the bombs at the military base were fake? Because I attempted to use one of them. Oh shit. What?
I see.
I thought one of the bombs would be strong enough to blast open the door to the ancient ruin. At the time, I still believed the bombs were real. And I thought I could use one of them to gain entrance to the ancient ruin.
However, that plan was an utter failure. The bomb was not real. It was merely a fireworks display.
And Monami knew this whole time. I see her over there in the corner.
God damn it, all to hell!
I see. So that's why you're the only one who knew the bombs at the military base were fake.
I did. As did Monami as well. She was also secretly peeking at the bomb.
She is not very good at hiding.
Which means...
If those bombs are the same ones that disappeared, it would mean Nagito took them. That is why I knew it was a fake. However, I did think it was strange when Nagito blew up the hotel lobby. That bomb was real and I could not stop thinking about it. But upon further reflection, it might have been Nagito's plan all along. He showed us a real bomb to make us believe that the bombs he set were real as well. If so, then Nagito's reactions were extremely calculated. But the problem is his reason for doing it. For this, I've explained everything.
Do you have a minute?
There should be no more reason for you to doubt me. You're right, I got it. I mean, without Monami here to like confirm, you could just be saying that Monami was there to like give yourself a witness when there was none. Alright, I pretty much finished looking for clues inside the warehouse. I was able to find some clues, but there's still so many things I don't understand yet.
Goldie.
You look worried. Yeah, I am.
Well?
At a time like this, it might be good if you brought in your investigation ring. You mean it's good to investigate other places as well? You might be right. There are several things I've been wondering besides the crime scene. The military base that Sonia mentioned, the fleshy factory next door, Yosubi Castle, where the spear originally came from, and Nagito's room too. Ooh, Nagito's room. If I'm going to understand the reason for his actions, I need to know more about him. I'm pretty sure the others have already finished investigating.
Can you hear me?
Isn't it about time we leave this place and try exploring other areas too? In response to Chiaki, the others gathered around her.
I see.
I agree, I was just thinking about proceeding to another area. It seems we have the same idea. But is it safe? There won't be anyone to guard the crime scene.
Yep.
We don't have a choice. There just aren't enough of us. Besides, we've investigated all we can here. I guess you're right.
See?
Also, it looks like the clues we found are enough to piece this incident together. So we need to search for them in other areas. Probably. Well, alternatively, if there aren't any clues in other areas either, we have to give up completely. You don't really need to say that.
Hey!
And it's okay if we leave this place. Sonia is great, guys. I just hope she's not the murderer, or at least she has good reasons to do the murder. There's no time for us to stand around. In order to survive, there's no other way except to do it. In order to survive, we need to find Nagito's killer. If we don't sacrifice that person, nobody can survive. That's our reality. That's why there's no time for us to stand around. Megan says it's glitching, so it's gonna continue watching when I get home. Oh no! That sucks and I'm sorry. Okay. So let's save first. And let's check on our pet. There's still an egg. Everything's fine. Give me one brief second, guys. Okay, I'm back. And I think we should do the factory first since we're like right next to it. And I think we should save Nikito's room for last because I feel like some like life-changing things are gonna happen when we get to it. Alright, let's investigate. I guess we can't separate the bombs from the truck, so I guess we're just gonna look at the truck. Apparently the bombs that were stuffed on this truck were actually fireworks. Which reminds me, the truck looks like it came from the military base. Nikito must have brought it from there. Dots. Other than that, there's nothing in particular that catches my eye. What about this device? No? That's just all put together? Okay. There's manufacturing equipment. There's the laptop. That reminds me, when we saw Nikito's video message on this laptop. He's still watching us from somewhere? If he's not, then how did he time his message so perfectly? No, it looks like the video is set to play after the explosion on the wireless signal from the detonator. But why do you have to use a video message? That's the one thing I don't get. At the time, Nikito should have already been killed, which means that video was recorded in advance. That's right. Besides that video, there might be data on this laptop that could be used as a clue. When that thought worked, I tried to mess around with the laptop, but it's no use. It's locked. There's no way I can examine this. If only we had a super high school level hacker with us. But if it's locked, maybe there really is something inside. Maybe I'm overthinking this. Maybe. Or maybe not. I don't think we need to look at the manufacturing equipment or the pile of Monokumas. Anything else in here that's suspicious? No? Okay. Sonia, what words do you gotta say?
My,
I've never seen so many Monokumas in my life. Well, Monokuma isn't exactly someone you normally run into.
however,
While I was staring at all these Monokumas, a thought occurred to me.
well,
The bomb that went off in the lobby might have been set up here. Huh?
do you have a minute?
If you hide the bomb inside a Monokuma plushie, it would make a frightening weapon. Do you not think the group is forcing us to kill each other would devise something like this?
Amazing!
A plushie bomb is an act of terrorism.
All right.
Let us rip these apart right away so we can confirm it. Hold on. Wait a minute. If there was a bomb inside these, wouldn't it explode if we carelessly mess with it? I mean, that could be why there's a hole in the other one. Yeah. Pour one out for the best character, Chihiro. I miss Chihiro.
Easy as pie.
Either way, it is all gravy. All gravy? What the hell does that mean?
Enough already!
There's no bomb!
Hey,
You'll know if you just pick me up, see? All you feel is soft weighted cotton.
I see.
You're
I
right.
see. However,
And where did Nagito obtain the bomb he used?
who knows?
I wonder.
Probably with all the other weapons in the final dead room. I mean, how else would he have gotten the laptop? Or the camera?
I'm gonna give you guys a hint, and you should know it wasn't from the military base.
What?
Tell you the truth, the bombs were all fakes.
please wait.
I know that already. You should have said so earlier.
No.
Well, I thought if I kept quiet, it'd foreshadow that a killing was gonna happen. That's why I'm just now telling you for the first time. I feel so relieved.
What if the bomb wasn't from the military base or this factory? Then he brought it from the Octagon.
Well done.
I must say, you have a good eye there, Sonia. Putting a bomb inside one of my plushies seems like a splendid idea. Let's try it.
No, thank
That
you.
is,
Did I say something I should not have said? Nah, you're good, Sonia. You're good. It's not your fault. Don't worry about it. Monokuma's account has been added. Alrighty. Don't think there's anything else we need from here. So, to the military base. Where would you like to go? military base, and the castle, and then Nagito's room. Hey! Hey now! Can I still get it? Yes, I can still get it.
I knew you could do it.
I was worried we'd only be able to get those things, like, while we were, like, messing around and stuff. Let's look at the trucks. Huge supply guns and other firearms are stuffed into the truck bed.
Whoa!
Found it! What did you find? Well, that truck bed over there has guns in it. And I also found stuff like a knife. What have you got there, Kazuchi? A knife! No! Wait, that's... Isn't it the same type of knife that was stabbed through Nagito's right hand? Which means the killer obtained that knife here.
Alright!
So the killer is someone who visited this military base at least once. That's everyone, though. No, not me. This is the first time I've been here. Way to go, comrade. Way to not be in places. That sounds fishy. I don't think it sounds fishy. I think you're good, boy. This dangerous place is the reason all this messed up stuff is happening. Leaving guns out in the open is totally dangerous. Seriously, they gotta take better care of these. Yeah. PSA from Soda himself. Take care of your guns, people. It's easy to say that, but there's no one on this island who can do that. Alright. Should we just look at the tank? I don't think the tank's important. The moms are fake, this might be fake too. But I'm not brave enough to check for myself. You just keep being you, tank. Alright. There's also this helicopter, which probably is a big load of nothing too. It's that dreadful helicopter. The one that executed Terra Terra. It doesn't have anything to do with the incident. Nope. It's terrifying us, giving us nightmares. Should still be things here to confirm. Up there? Yeah? Okay, yeah, we're being watched. We know this. It's one of those monitors Monokumi uses to contact us. He could just contact us over the radio instead of using an actual screen. Does he just enjoy appearing on screen each time, or is he trying to mock us? Either way, it pisses me off. Okay, that was still useless. This truck? When I try looking through the truck bed, it's empty, nothing's here. When I first came here, there was something on the truck bed, which means Sonia was telling the truth.
However,
The bombs had disappeared. I thoroughly searched for them inside the military base, but the bombs were nowhere to be found. But didn't Nagito know the bombs weren't real? It's possible that he thought they were the real thing. Nah, I feel like he's smarter than that. He said as much in his video message. Were you surprised? Seriously, think about it. Do you really think there were enough bombs to blow up an entire island? Even if there were, a guy like me would never be able to use them. He knew the bombs were fake. He only did what he did to weed out the traitor. Dots. No, is that really it? Did Nagito only do that to expose the traitor? Maybe there was a different motive behind his actions. Man, I'm gonna miss voice again. He had a fun voice. All secretive and misty. Or at least that's kind of how I wanted it to sound. Alright. How do I leave here? That's the factory. It's the military base. Yeah, Nezumi Castle. That's where we want to go. She cute little baby. Okay, back to our running. Yeah, it's a big chasm. From what I remember, where the sphere's missing is like incredibly high. So like how would they even get up there? The sphere with a flashy ornament on it is hanging from the wall. This sphere is definitely it, right?
I see.
Just as I thought, it looks exactly like the spear that killed Nagito. The same whip-like cord is attached to the handle and there's a weight at the end of it.
Also,
Plus, it looks like one of the spears on the wall is missing. There's no mistaking it. The killer took one of the spears and used it as a weapon. Spear of Gunneer, huh? Monokuma would totally come up with a lame name like that. Why did the killer use the spear and the knife?
well, yeah.
Yeah, they could have just killed him with a knife, and it would have been easier too. There's no way a spear like this with this unnecessary cord thing on it would be easy to use. Yeah, it definitely looks hard to wield. Baby gangsta, yup. Doing some investigating with the baby gangsta. But still, they chose the spear for a reason. What could that reason be? But what could it mean? I feel a little tired. No matter how much I investigate, I don't feel any closer to the truth. That's probably why I feel this way. I'm feeling this strange feeling that I never felt before. As if Nagito was trying to make us suffer even after he's died. Well, now's not the time to think about stupid things like that. Haven't even investigated his cottage yet. It's too early to start complaining. If we investigate that place, we might be able to find some kind of clue. Alright, let's go. I guess to his cottage. This is gonna be a really short stream if like it's just his cottage and then that's it. That's the end. That's not what I wanted. Let's see. That goes. There we go. And let's just go here. Nagito's. Oh, hi. Are you gonna do some investigating with me?
Hajime.
What's this?
Oh my, you wanna go inside Nagito's room too?
What are you gonna do?
I was just listening to Chiaki's request. She wants me to unlock the door to Nagito's cottage, because she really needs it for the class trial. She begged me to while she was licking my black... I don't want to know what your black eye is. No, thank you. No, thank you. I didn't do that.
Boy,
Then do it. It's sweet because it's made out of I don't want to know what comes out of your black eye. We don't have time to mess around. Hurry up and unlock the damn door.
fine.
I guess I have no choice. Just gotta do that, right?
Now then. Ba-ba-ba-loose!
Freak! I've opened the door. You can freely investigate now.
This isn't my first time seeing that, but why does the door open with a spell like that?
Perhaps.
Maybe the cottage key is computerized.
Hey.
More importantly, let's go inside now that the door is open. Akira says how much we stole Hajime's underwear. You know, I bet we're gonna go inside and it's just gonna be like pictures everywhere of like our face. Maybe like an open box of condoms in the corner. Yeah, you're right. Oh. So Nagito was living here. It looks oddly normal. Except why does he get a fridge? I want a fridge. What was he thinking inside this room? What was he feeling as he spent his days in here? I can't even imagine. Wanting to see absolute hope, becoming despair so he could act as a stepping stone for the rest of us? No matter how much I think about it, I just don't understand him at all. I don't even know if he truly believed that. He was especially weird these past few days. What changed him? Maybe the clue to that might be hidden here as well. But, what about this? Actually, I want to see what's inside his fridge. There's a refrigerator.
Huh?
Nice, my cottage doesn't even have a refrigerator. I wonder where he got it from. Nagito probably supplied himself. Why would he go through the trouble of putting a refrigerator in his room? Does he really enjoy cold drinks? As I talked with Chiaki, I opened the refrigerator out of curiosity. Oh.
Monokuma special poison. For poisoning use only. It's only poison.
There really isn't much inside. The only thing inside the refrigerator was a brown bottle. If only I could read English. For someone who likes cold drinks, it doesn't look like he stocked very much. But that bottle clearly isn't a drink, right? Really, it looks like some kind of diet. Yes. This is my special poison I use for diet reasons. Drink enough of it and I'll waste away. I took the brown bottle out of the fridge and started reading the label. Exclusively made for poisoning someone to death. Hey, this is...
Could it be?
Yeah, it looks like it's poison. Poison. Looks like there's a warning label on the back. Let's examine it in a little more detail. But be careful with that bottle. Don't drop it. Akira, so he stole the whole fridge. You know, wasn't there fridges in the Octagon too? Man, how much stuff did he like go shop? How many shopping trips did he make in the Octagon? Like, honestly. If you were like that, I'm gonna get nervous. Shaky, shaky. I grabbed the bottle with my trembling hand and began reading the warning label on the back of the bottle.
Poison made specifically for killing someone. It's Monokuma's special poison. The poison for killing. That poison! This enchanted liquid is highly potent and takes effect immediately. Please handle with care. Though its vitality is low, the liquid is very dangerous when vaporized.
When vaporized? You know what fire does? It vaporizes liquid. Yeah? Yeah?
In a gaseous state, it's heavier than air and breaks down in minutes, and it's susceptible
to hydrolysis.
So it's possible for you to poison someone to death without any complications. Keep this liquid secure by storing it in a cool place in a glass or plastic container away from sunlight.
This sure does look like a chemical made solely... Yes. The killing poison is made solely for poisoning someone to death. Good job. This refrigerator must be here to keep the poison secure. But where did Nagito get something like this?
Well?
That question could apply to the bomb he used at the hotel, too. Apply to the bomb?
See?
There should be a reason Nagito was able to obtain such dangerous items. The Octagon inside the funhouse. This poison, he must have brought it with him from there too, right?
Perhaps.
He was probably hiding them somewhere in his body during the last class trial. He was hiding a bomb and poison during the class trial? How dangerous. What would we have done if he accidentally tripped and broke the bottle? Just thinking about it scares me.
Hey, hey.
Also, he already blew up the bomb he took with him at the lobby. But what about this poison? Maybe he was planning something. Looks like the bottle's less than half empty. Was it like this from the beginning? Or did Nagito use it? Maybe Nagito knew someone was gonna kill him off. So, just in case anything happens, or just so they don't get the full satisfaction of being like the one person who killed him off, he drank the poison himself? Because if anyone else drank it, or inhaled it as a gas, like, I'd imagine they'd either be dead or currently dying. If so, where did he use it? I wonder if there's still a trap somewhere that hasn't been sprung yet. Or maybe the whole fire thing was Nagito's doing. Knowing that he was gonna be, like, set up, like, a second time. And setting the fire turns the poison into a gas form. Because evaporation. I'm probably spouting nonsense. Another trap.
Perhaps.
For example, maybe he was making some kind of trap using the poison before he died. If that actually existed, it'd be real bad. He could potentially kill everyone on the island. Everyone on the island? What the hell? Nagito, are you still trying to make us suffer? Nagito, you bastard! Are you still trying to make us suffer even after you died? Monokuma's special poison has been added. I see you, hidden Monokuma. Get out of his bathtub.
No.
Yay. Okay, now that we're done with that, I mean, really the only other thing has to be this. Fancy looking treasure box covered in sparkling pink lights and slowly standing out. Could this be?
Can you let me know if you find my treasure? It's a magnificent treasure box covered in sparkling pink lights.
Hey, we found it! Chiaki, you know about this?
Oh,
Yep.
It's really cute. It sure is. Nagito stole a plushie from us. Man, he just has his fingers in all the, like, cookie jars, I swear. Oh, she was just reacting. This looks like Monami's stolen treasure box. If this is here, that means the thief Monami was talking about was Nagito. But why would Nagito steal this? In order to find out, it might be good to see what's inside.
Hold it.
Is it gonna be okay? It looks a little dangerous. It might be, but this could be some kind of clue, you know? If this wasn't important, Nagito wouldn't have stolen it from Monami in the first place. Yeah, let's open her up, see what's inside. Turning back towards the treasure box, I cautiously open the lid. Aww! Inside there was a notebook. Ah, that's adorable. This is it. Why is the notebook inside the treasure box like it's something important? Took the notebook out of the treasure box and began leafing through it. It contained sloppy drawings, as if they were drawn by children, and entries that looked like chicken scratch.
Day 1. I was able to talk to everyone for the first time today. Monokuma showed up and things turned bad. Day 2. Bakuga's the leader. A lot of things happened today, so everyone's tired.
What is this, a diary? Looks like it. Did Monami write these? Probably. These pictures and entries totally suit her. I kept flipping through the pages. Page 3, 4, 5, page after page, before leaving entries continued on in the notebook. I don't really understand, but looks like there aren't any clues here. And right when I was about to give up, my hand suddenly stopped on an entry titled Day 16.
We've been in the funhouse for 3 days. Everyone's hungry and on edge. Hajime tried to go.
Wait a minute. I don't remember going in there.
He's probably panicking because nobody believes him.
Huh?
Hey.
Hajime, did something happen? Oh, it's nothing.
Stop it!
I didn't go in the final dead room. What? Unless I was just delirious and, like, hungry.
Don't look at my notebook.
Akira says I miss Fat Tagami. And he had some stuff he wanted to share. He was a good boy. I miss him too. Don't mind me stretching. Ugh! From out of nowhere, Monami suddenly appeared and took the notebook out of my hand.
I won't forgive you.
I did ask you to look for my treasure box, but I never said you were allowed to peek inside. Jeez, that was close. If I had come any later, he would have seen inside the notebook.
Unfortunately, you were a little too late.
Huh?
But if this notebook is here, then Nagito was the thief?
No!
Betrayal! I was betrayed by my beloved student.
Hey.
Aw, she still considers him beloved, even though he's kind of a shit. No, notebook, it's pretty much your diary, right?
Diary? It seems that way. That's right. This is my important diary, but all my maiden secrets are written.
Hey!
You're a liar.
You always show up out of nowhere. Oh no.
Why you?
It's not good to lie, you know.
Lie?
There's no way you ruined that notebook. After all, Monami can't even write.
What?
I can write letters easily. I can finally write the letter B.
That's wrong!
Because you have no fingers on your hands.
Well, then who wrote it then?
I know, because I'm the same way too. Dots.
What?
Are you mad? Are you angry that I exposed a weakling like you?
Hey!
So that's what this is about.
Oh no, I hear Thomas again. So sorry guys, we'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Yes, that was indeed Thomas.
What are you saying?
There is no way a big brother would ever crush his little sister. Dots. Looks like the time to settle things between us is getting closer every second.
Hey, I don't know why you're getting so serious, but is what Monokuma said true? He said you didn't write in that notebook. Then who did? If so, who wrote in it?
Well, you know, it's, how should I put it?
Bye-bye.
No! Come back here! She totally ran away again.
Yep.
The same pattern as usual. Looks like it's a waste of time to try and get answers from her. But still, I really want to ask her about that notebook. Well, actually, it might be better that I didn't ask her. Monami's notebook has been added. Maybe it's the traitor who wrote it. Or maybe not Monami herself, because, like, it is a thing that someone is controlling Monokuma. Like, Monokuma is not just a bear, there's, like, someone doing his movements. The same could be said to Monami. Huh. Our time for investigating is winding down. So, the bookshelf might take some time to do that. Oh yeah, the bookshelf. Yeah, because the books are in there. The books are on the bookshelf. What? Nani? A concept? Yeah, Asami, destroy him. Yeah, fuck him up, Asami. And Nikita bring these from the library. In addition to these books, there's a bunch of random crap stuffed onto the shelf. Might take a lot of time for us to thoroughly go through that stuff.
Hey.
Let's just leave it for later. But what if the notebook with like all of the like student shit is on the bookshelf? Okay. What other stuff should I investigate? Is fucking bed? That's a nice bed there. Totally. So many scenarios go through my mind of what can be used. Oh, maybe there's something hidden under his bed. It's a usual place for hiding things. Yeah, like porn. Wait, why does all this porn have my face like plastered onto like some of the images? Well, we should check just in case. With no expectations, without thinking, I peeked under the bed and there's something here. It's a plastic bag from the supermarket. Looks like there's something inside. A gas mask and some gloves. Okay. So, again, he planned to like use the poison as a gas. Looks like a gas mask and rubber gloves. These look like the real deal. Did he get these from the military base? He was hiding these under his bed. What did he really use this stuff for? Huh.
Hajime.
Was there anything else under the bed? Let's see. Please take out the notebook. Please. There's a small piece of paper on the floor. Piece of paper made out of blue aluminum? Okay. Round thin piece of aluminum, huh? It's similar to the seals that go over jars of unopened mayonnaise. Maybe it's the seal for the poison. But that means that just means you already used it. Brady know that he already used it.
Wait.
Who knows? It might be too soon to decide that. Okay, a piece of blue paper has been added. Maybe he was getting all funky fresh with some yogurt and like licked the access on the lid, and instead of throwing it away, just kind of like tucked it underneath his bed. Like, oh, I'll take care of that later. What else should we investigate though? There's like literally nothing. No, that's the wrong button. Let's see. The window? The basic layout is just like my cottage. There's nothing about this window that really catches my eye. Okay, that was a whole lot of nothing. We already talked to her. We already looked under the bed. We don't really need these. Or do we? Door? The shower room? Since it's structured just like my room, the shower room is over here. Looks like there aren't any clues here. Okay. What else do I need to investigate? I already looked at everything. Notebook doesn't matter. We already looked at the poison. Oh shit, the poison. The poison specifically for killing. That poison. What? Oh my god, they're making us go through like this whole thing. I don't care about this whole thing. We really look at the bookshelf. I mean, I guess we can look at the cameras and shit. Everywhere we go, we're being constantly monitored. Someone's watching us suffer and enjoying it. And he could just contact us over the radio. We're just gonna talk to her again? What else? I keep pressing the wrong button, I'm sorry. We already checked the bed. We already checked the window. There's nothing important about the window. Maybe the bookshelf again?
Well?
They say a shelf is a mirror that reflects a person's heart. Do they know? I definitely don't know much about Nagito just by looking at this. So what should we do? It'd be really difficult to look through all these files. That doesn't mean we should ignore it though.
Yep.
I'll leave it to you then, Hajime. Yeah, wait to throw all the work in my face. It's better if a boy goes through another boy's things. You know, there might be some private stuff here. But what if the private boy things all have to do with me and his thirst for me? That's uncomfy.
See?
I'll leave this shelf to you. I think I just got persuaded to do this without realizing it. Okay. I sighed and walked over to the shelf. One by one, I started removing the various books and items, examining each one. But even if I examined them carefully, there were still a bunch of random books and items. Wait a minute. Theory time. What are the random books and items that weren't random? Like, the books have titles. What if, like, the first letter of each title, like, in a row, like, wrote out some kind of, like, hidden secret? There's no way there are any clues here. Ah, there it is. Like pictures of Hajime Sakura? Yes, exactly like pictures of Hajime. Here it comes. This is another one. That seal. Indeed, it's the school badge of Hope's Peak Academy. Does that have information about our stolen memories? Unfortunately, I couldn't find any clues about that. This file doesn't contain our information, just Hajime's information. And that was a bunch of bullshit. This only contained information about me, but is that really true? If I look at this, it should be obvious, right? And he said I was from the reserve department and had no talent whatsoever. That might be another one of his lies, too. I opened the file I held in my hand to confirm that. Instantly, I realized something was strange. If this really has only my information, then why is this file so thick? Thick boy. So many C's. As soon as I opened it, it was clear to me. Just as I thought, Nagito had lied to me. Aside from my information, there was information about the others. Kazuuchi, Furyuki, Akane, and Sonia, and everyone who died had pages of information about them too. The file contained information on all 16 of us. Only my information, my ass. Can't believe he'd make up such a strange lie. So that means the rest of it might be a lie too? I turned to the page containing my information and began reading through the content. Yes, finally! The profile contained basic information such as my date of birth, my height, my weight, and so forth. But there's one thing that specifically caught my eye. The words reserve course student. Aww. There was no denying it. It confirmed I truly was a reserve course student from the reserve department. Why is this the only thing that isn't a lie? Why am I the only one here who's from the reserve department? A man has died horribly and Hinata's just like, why the reserve department? Or reserve, I mean. Why am I here with all these other ultimates? Really? That's all the secrets you read from there? I mean, yeah, it sucks, but like, I was expecting more, honestly. Did something happen? Well, I just found a strange file. Is that the special prize Nagito received when he cleared the final dead room? Like, aren't we gonna go through everything else and see if it matches up? Or like, I don't know. Tagami was hiding secrets in there too. Maybe his secret was in there. As I recall, your student profile should be in there. It's not just my profile. Profiles of everyone on the Silent are in here too. Like, clearly, the whole like reserve department thing wasn't the only thing that made Nagito like incredibly pissed. So like, we could read through the rest, if that wasn't already implied, and like see what the fuck his deal was. Nagito was lying.
Huh?
When you say everyone, do you mean everyone? Yeah, it's just basic information, but there should be profiles for all 16 of us. Can I take a look at that file? Chiiki leaned against me and peered onto the file. That's...
You're right. My profile is really in here. But unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be any details.
Akira says, to be fair, Nagito is crazy. Yeah. Just that small information alone could have just, like, made him spiral into some kind of, like, pissy attitude.
Details?
Yay, Becky's back for real now.
Details about our missing memories. Information about the time we spent at Hope's Peak Academy.
I don't think you missed much, Becky. Right now we're getting into, like, the real meta things that I wanted to investigate. And also we found a notebook that we thought was Monami's, but I guess she can't even write, so, like, who even wrote it? And it clearly had some inconsistencies.
If it's not written in there, these profiles might have been written before we entered the academy.
And it's impossible to obtain new clues from them.
Yeah, seems like it.
Hold on.
Huh?
What happened? I just noticed it right now, but...
The file. His name isn't in there, right? There's supposed to be 16 names worth of profiles, but his name is the only one missing, right?
Is it Tagami's?
Who are you talking about?
Byakuya. I'm talking about Byakuya Togano.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's not actually the Bakuga we know.
Look carefully. No matter where I look, I don't see his name anywhere.
Was I right? Was I right that he was the traitor this whole time, but he's fucking dead? So it doesn't even matter?
No way!
I mean, I'd be pissed too if, like, all this talk about traitors and, like, I read, oh, he was the traitor, okay.
So what if a name isn't written in that file?
Akira, time for the twist.
Perhaps based on that, you think he might be the traitor.
I mean, spot on, Monokuma, spot on. No, it's not just because his name isn't written in here. That's not the only reason I think he's suspicious. He participated in the killing school life at Hope's Peak Academy, right? For someone like him to be in a similar situation on this island, no matter what, it's definitely suspicious. Also, like, before he died, he totally was like, oh, I have a super dark secret I'll share with you later. And then later never came. So...
Well, it pains me to say this, but what you're saying about the missing name and about the killing school life,
Too bad.
it's totally wrong. There's a completely different reason.
A different reason.
You're getting all riled up.
You guys have been getting all worked up about that Bakuga for no reason. Which means the great mystery that you think surrounds that Bakuga doesn't exist. You're basing it on one person's cheap speculation.
What do you mean?
What the heck?
You don't have to ask me that. You know the answer just by looking through those profiles, right?
My eyes turned back to the file. One by one, I started flipping through the pages and confirming the names. And suddenly I came across a page that was filled with question marks. Ultimate imposter. Ooh. Every section was filled with question marks. It could barely be considered a student profile. On that page, I was only able to confirm one thing. Ooh.
That's that Bakuga's true identity.
True identity. You know, I knew about this. Although I didn't know it as the game, like, depicts it. Like, I forgot what it was. I was, like, having a conversation. This was, like, years and years ago. Of, like, someone who was playing this game. And they mentioned something about, like, Bakuga and some, like, ultimate cosplayer. So, I mean, ultimate imposter, ultimate cosplayer, same thing, right? Becky says, so Hope Speak glorifies gangs and identity fraud apparently, and no one saw tragedy coming? Really?
He was a fake that was pretending to be the ultimate affluent prodigy, Bakugatsugami.
Yeah. I mean... Yeah, I understand cosplay is different, obviously. But that's how it was, like, told to me.
Hey,
The fact that his profile is filled with question marks isn't a mistake or an oversight. Surprisingly enough, that's the correct information regarding him. The ultimate imposter has no name, no permanent address, even his age and gender is unknown.
Yes. Come through, non-binary rep. Come through.
Basically, he doesn't exist. Because he doesn't exist, he's able to exist as anybody. That's his talent, though I'm not jealous of that at all.
That person wasn't really Bakugatsugami. I mean, their body types were like night and day. How was it? I mean, I guess they've never met the actual Tagami, so like, how would they know? Or at least in their memories, they haven't met him.
Perhaps.
Is that why he was so much fatter compared to when he was involved in the killing school life? It wasn't just stress eating.
so
His
cool.
physique doesn't affect his ability to fool others at all. Real imposters are skilled like that.
Then he was lying to us the whole time? No, his spirit was true. His spirit was still pure. Although, on the outside, yes, he was lying to us.
But still.
He couldn't help it. Why couldn't he help it?
Oh.
'Cause that was his talent. Ah. Well, having a talent means you're also bound to that talent. The moment you obtain talent, your way of life has already been chosen for you. You can't do anything else except rely on that talent. Regardless of whether you want that life or not.
In that sense, compared to the other ultimates, your life might be a little more liberating.
Anyway,
I'm not happy you guys fell for a scam like that I had nothing to do with.
that's right.
So I'll tell you straight up, this revelation about Bakuga is exactly the truth.
Then, well, what was he trying to say to me that time? I cannot talk to others about my past. I suspect that my skeptical nature is partly to blame. Distrusting others and being distrusted in return. For a long time, my life has been a living hell. Oh, I see. I see. He was more talking about himself. Akira says, I feel bad for the ultimate imposter. Have you seen Identity Thief? Is that the movie with like, I forget the full name of the actress, but like Melissa something? And it's basically like a road trip comedy with like the dude she stole the identity of. If so, yes, I've seen that movie. And it's a surprisingly okay movie. I typically don't like road trip heist type movies.
No.
Maybe he was just complaining that he was cursed to wander the earth as nothing more than a fraud. But if you guys had your school memories, he never would have been betrayed in the first place. I mean, it'd be different if you were meeting him for the first time. But since you guys went to Hope Speak Academy, you should have known about the ultimate imposter already.
So in the end, it doesn't even matter. Yeah, Melissa McCarthy, that's her name. Yeah. It all leads back to memory loss.
Phew.
Jeez, the Future Foundation sure is awful. There's no way you should ignore Monami or the traitor.
So then, if he's not the traitor, even though he would be, like, the most highly suspect, then who is? Just from looking at these 16 profiles, I still wouldn't know who's from the Future Foundation. Is there really someone like that?
Of course.
Well, obviously you wouldn't know. I made that file so you guys couldn't find out.
Could it be?
So it's just as I thought. You're the one who did it.
Hey,
The fact that there are 16 profiles in there is what's wrong. I mean, the traitor is a spy sent by the Future Foundation, not a student from Hope Speak Academy. You made a fake profile for the traitor and included it in here?
correct.
It wouldn't be fun if you figured out who the traitor was so easily, right?
Hey.
Then we can't use this file to figure out who the traitor is. That was true for Nagito too, right?
Well, probably.
Okay. So maybe that's what pissed him off. Just that he just couldn't figure it out. And he usually has all the answers, or his luck ability just gives him the answers for him. And also, it would be such a plot twist if, like, ooh, the traitor was actually you all along. I've mentioned this before.
It's dripping with despair, isn't it? You wasted your precious time on something that isn't a clue.
Are you sure about
Was
this?
this a wise decision? Time's up, you know.
Time's up, wait!
Bye-bye!
Excuse me for a moment.
I don't know why it's so hilarious. He's just like, oh, time's up. Oh, hold on, I got places to be. And then as soon as he leaves, he just pops back up on the screen. Oh no, wrong button.
Ding dong, bing dong.
That chime just now.
What is most important for living things? Well, personally, I think time is.
There's a time and a place for fooling around.
I mean, your bank account may go up and down, but time will inevitably run out, right? That's why we gotta cherish time. There is nothing more wasteful than waste.
I
Time's
forgot.
up. We will begin the last class trial. So please gather at Monokuma Rock.
I fucking knew it. Nagito's the last one, and then all of chapter 6 is just gonna be like full of truth and reveals and sadness and despair.
I'll see you soon.
Time is a tool you can put on the wall. The last class trial. He said that right? He said last class trial. Yep, it's all highlighted yellow. Yep, the last one. Dots.
Yep.
I heard it too. He really did say it was the last class trial. Akira says, I don't have any more husbandos in this game. Me neither. All we have is Fuyuhiko. That's it. Everyone else is gone. Becky, I miss my boy Gundam. Yeah, he was interesting. He really livened up the joint. I do have to say so. And his little hamsters, they're adorable. What do you think? Should we believe him? Monokuma seemed anxious about the Monokuma timer earlier, right? 2 more days? They said something about the killing school trip ending, right? Based on the time limit, this might definitely be the last one.
But still,
But I can't imagine it's the real end. I think Monokuma's real plan might be just beyond that. There's still a whole nother chapter, you know? His real plan. Is Monokuma still planning to make us do something? What could it be? Maybe after putting us through all this, he's planning to kill the remaining survivors all at once?
well,
But still, it's also not a good idea to think about it too much, I think. I think we should focus on the class trial that's waiting for us first. You're right. A class trial for Nagito's murder. We're pretty screwed. Not as screwed as he was, but yeah, we're pretty fucked. I haven't collected my thoughts because we're so focused on this file. I still can't see who killed Nagito. It could still literally be at anyone.
but still,
Well, you don't have to worry so much. Huh?
right?
I mean, we're not fighting this alone, you know? The power of friendship. You're right, you're absolutely right. We're not alone. Even if it's a mystery that can't be solved alone. As long as everyone cooperates and works together. Right, guys? As long as we cooperate and work together. And don't betray each other. Akira, rules of life. Never trust a psychopath. I have a feeling there might be a secret one among us. I mean, you can't just fucking, like, do what you did to Nagito and still be completely 100% okay after. Even if he was a shit. Yeah, if we do that, things will turn out fine. Yeah, totally fine. Okay, what time is it? It's only 1. It's only 1. Aw, Danielle, oh no. That's okay, you only just missed all of the investigation. So, I honestly don't know what to do. Like, I feel like ending it here would be incredibly short. But also, oh yeah, I want to check on my person too. My little Tamagotchi. Okay, there's still no groups. Becky says this trial is long. I think it's struggled to get it all in one in the next raid. Yeah, what I was about to suggest was maybe doing the first bit, because so far everyone has had like a little intermission time. So maybe we should... Becky says make a start here and carry on next time. Danielle, I hate this trial. Yeah, I feel like this is gonna be a really fucked one. But yeah, I was thinking maybe starting the trial and then stopping at the intermission. Maybe. There's no way you can run away, especially when this trial is the last one. Time to go to Monokuma Rock. Yeah. Yeah, that's... Oh wait, Monokuma Rock is like a completely different location than Jabberwock Park. For some reason, my mind thought they were the same place. Akira says it's the most interesting but sad one. I'd imagine, since it's literally the last one, so they want to have like one last time to like pull at your heartstrings, especially with whatever this execution's gonna be. So, before we go inside, let's think about this. Let's try and narrow down who it might be. So, even though she's been with us and she's kind of helped us out, like, here and there, especially in the cottage, Chiaki has been oddly quiet. I mean, I know she's a typical quiet character. Like, I don't know, she doesn't seem all that freaked out about the death happening. Danielle, of course it's gonna be interesting. It's Nagito. Sonia, I'm still suspicious over. Even though she explained herself, like, really she was the only witness. I know she said Monami was the witness, but we haven't had Monami's word to confirm that, so she could just be lying. And we could just be trusting her because, I mean, she's adorable and you can't really say no to her face. Kurihiko seems to be the most able to pull off what happened, and that might be just me stereotyping because he's like the ultimate Yakuza, and I'd imagine they'd have skill in torture and like strategy like that. Akane definitely was the most bloodthirsty out of all of them to like actually get at Nagito and like, yeah, let's fucking murder him. And Kazu, she's just a baby. He's just a baby. Like, yeah, he doesn't like Nagito, but watch he actually be the one who did it after all this time. I just realized this was supposed to be us narrowing things down, but I just came up with more ideas or reasoning.
Damn right.
It could be everyone. Looks like everyone's here.
Huh?
Is this it? Shouldn't there be more people?
Damn it.
Nope, everyone's dead. You're making me depressed.
Silly fool.
You're making me depressed. That's, so it's going to happen again. The cruel conflict where we must doubt our friends. But once we're through with this, we can go back, right?
That's right.
That Monokuma bastard said so, didn't he? He said this is the last class trial.
Damn it.
But we've been tricked every step of the way. There's no way I can believe that so easily. Someone's still gonna die. It's still gonna be one of us.
Of course not.
Why can't you believe it? The guy's been making us do it, all this is the one saying it, you know?
You know, right?
That's why I'll definitely survive. If we can really go home after we deal with this class trial.
That's right.
I'll definitely find out who the killer is, no matter what. Even if I have to pull out all the stops.
Dots.
You.
What the fuck? Why are you here?
Dots. Determined dots. You haven't realized it yet. That feeling of wanting to leave this island, thinking like that is Monokuma's trap, you know.
Huh?
What are you saying?
Got it?
There's no way Monokuma will end things here. He's planning something far worse.
Stop trying to jinx us.
I'll pick you up.
Stupid rabbit should just shut up. Yeah, poor Nekomaru. He was so good too, even when he was a robot.
Dots. Everyone, you mustn't run away from despair. I finally realized after losing my powers. I've realized that cursing your powerlessness or your fate accomplishes nothing. The possibility may be small, but as long as there's a possibility, you must face it. In order to become someone who can be proud of yourself. So I will fight.
Huh?
What's her deal?
I do not really know, but she seems different from before.
Maybe she wrote a self-help book. God damn it, Kazuchi. Now's not the time. Yeah, serious mode. Akane's angry because she didn't get a rabbit curry. Maybe next time, maybe next time.
Wait.
But her eyes, she looks so determined.
You.
What can you tell just by looking at those button eyes? Anyway, make sure you turn off Minimaru. It'd be annoying if you start talking during the trial. What if Minimaru was a surprise witness to the murder? Fine.
But still,
Somehow I understand what Monami is saying. I think. Dots. Anyway, let's get going to the last class trial.
yep,
You're right, we need to fight as much as we can. No matter what hopeless truth awaits us in the end. Alright everyone, let's line up. All 5 of us. It's 5, right? I think it's 5. This is the end. I kept saying those words to myself over and over within my mind. I entered Monokuma Rock.
Yeah.
This elevator ride. This will be the last time for this too, right? I hope so.
well,
Let's worry about things after we're finished.
you are right.
More importantly, we must focus on the class trial before us. Okay, so there's actually 6 of us. About to be 5.
Damn it.
The killer managed to kill someone like Nagito. There's no way this is gonna go through smoothly. I mean, we can't believe one of us was able to do that.
Nagito was problematic in many ways, but he was also a valuable asset during the trials.
Oh yeah, he had a valuable ass. You're right about that. In fact, during the Funhouse ordeal, we were completely dependent on him. But even if he's gone, the ones who survive need to stand and fight. We must fight. Fight on! The elevator looks so empty. Yep. Alfie says 7 if you count Minimaru. Yeah, Minimaru still counts. He's still a student. There's still bits and pieces of Nekomaru, I swear. And Akira says a lot of good characters gone, yeah. I feel like they always kill off, like, the most interesting characters. Like, no offense to, like, who's left. But, like, even in the first game, like, who liked Hiro? No one. And, like, Bakugo was fucking dumb. Like, again, no offense to him. He got better in the end, but still, he didn't really help much, I think. And Asahina seemed pretty plain to me as well, honestly. At least compared to, like, the other characters, I should say. And then the door slowly opened. This bright light greeting us. Is that the light of hope? Or the light of despair? Danielle, you're ruining the sad moment with that. I'm sorry.
Well now.
At least Fuyuhiko's alive. At least there's that.
Well then, now that the chatterbox Nagito is gone, there's only six of you left.
Shut the hell up!
Just fucking start with this already.
Hey!
Hey, this is it, right? This is really the last class trial, right?
Yep.
Sure is. So you gotta show some enthusiasm and make sure you give it your all.
Alfie says, Toko/Genocide Jill was the only interesting character that survived in DR1. Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot about Kyoko also. See, you forget who's left because they all were kind of bland in the end. Like, just Kyoko, personality alone, was literally bland. Like, she had... No offense to her. Like, it feels like I'm bashing them, but I'm not. Akira says, I like Hiro, but I love to hate on him, along with Toko and Bakuga. Okay, there's that reason for liking Hiro. I'll give you that.
Alright!
Didn't I tell you he said it? This is the end.
Dots.
Now then.
Let's get this trial started.
Viva killing!
Let's show some enthusiasm and kill each other.
This is the 5th class trial. According to Monokuma, this is also the last class trial. That current is about to rise. Nagito Kamadia, the ultimate lucky student. When I first met him, I thought he was a nice guy. He came across as very sociable. But his true nature held such a demented thought process that was nothing but like his outward appearance. Such a soft marshmallow boy, toasted and charred up on the inside. He said he believed in hope more than anything else. He said he was yearning for a powerful hope that can overcome any despair. He said he could even help despair, just to prove that hope will never lose to despair. And he said he'd become a stepping stone for hope. His way of thinking was completely screwed up. And there was also times he saved us too. Someone like him was killed. That was the end of him. Yep. And I have no idea at all who did it, but we shall figure it out. There's no way we can end this without knowing. You will be consumed by despair. Oh, Chiaki's the only one now on the screen. Okay. Poor Chiaki, even she looks like all upset. Like, jeez, why am I the only one alive? Danielle says, for myself in DR1, there were only a few characters I truly cared for, and they basically all died besides Kyoko. I didn't really worry about Makoto being the protagonist. Yeah, like, for me, my favorite characters all died at the beginning. Like, Chihiro, what was his name? Ishimaru. Who else? Celeste was I just really liked, like, voicing her lines and shit. And her motives were interesting, other than, like, one side thing that was kind of awful. And also, like, her design was peak goth. Like, peak waifu material. Man, I'm trying to remember. Like, I know the OG cast. I'm just trying to remember all who they were. But those are, like, the main ones. The person who finished off Nagito. The killer who murdered Nagito. In order to return from this despair alive, we need to reach the truth. And if Monokuma says this is really the last class trial. Ah, yeah. Akira says Sakura was good. Man, her death was really upsetting. And the way she just wanted to, like, protect and care for everyone, especially towards Asahina. That's all the more reason we need to do this. And so, this life-threatening trial, billowing with hope and despair, the last one has begun. Of course I want to save. Fucking course. Alright. Open handbook. I don't know if we can buy things, but we can try. We have 2. God damn it. We can do moonsault. Increases jumping power. Okay, that's important. I see now as I completely failed at jumping last time. Man, we're probably not gonna get another free time. I'm so pissed. Like, look at all these heart shards I still need from people. And he also said Sakura was a good girl. I was so sad with her death. She didn't deserve what she got. No, she didn't. How are you doing? You still good? No, I want to get... I didn't want to give you a present. I want to get rid of the poop. Yes, I'm saving again. Because we just bought a thing. And now we need to set the thing. Okay. Let's also go through... Oh no, I think I remembered the truth bullets. This is gonna be interesting because I've never actually started a trial.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial.
Like, fresh off of the investigation, aside from, like, maybe the first trial? Or, if anything, the first trial of the first game? So yeah, I feel confident that I remember what each bullet, like, represented. Akira says, I don't believe anyone deserves what they got except for Junko. Yeah, exactly. Like, 100%. That's true.
During the class trial, if you vote correctly,
we already know all this.
You've ascended the ladder of adulthood and reached the moon because you're a rabbit?
Oh, she's pissed. She about to go off.
Chesto!
No, stand up for yourself, Monami. Justice for Monami.
One more time! Jeez! How about this one?
Monami, pull through.
This will be my final
Or. Dots.
It's useless.
Please stop! I feel bad for Monomi.
Stop Monami abuse. Yeah.
You're right. Now's not the time for me to horse around with Monami. The class trial has started, after all. The victim this time is Nagito, who was attempting to reveal the traitor for everyone's sake. Who in the world killed him? I'm so curious.
If he was killed for trying to reveal the traitor, that traitor is obviously the killer. They were trying to shut Nagito up.
Or the killer could have been protecting the traitor if they were in cahoots with each other.
No, that might not be it.
Huh? Are you trying to protect the traitor? They didn't call out when we were in danger.
You know what I just realized? It'd be pretty fucked if, like, Sonia was the traitor, and we were thinking, like, oh yeah, he killed him because, like, military base, and, like, she could be lying. But what if she was technically telling the truth and is the traitor, but because Soda's so in love with her and willing to do anything for her, he, like, took the fall and, like, totally did a fucking murder.
Don't tell me you're the traitor.
Don't say something so stupid. There's no way in hell I'm the traitor.
Now that's more like it. Why don't you guys hurry and start arguing already?
That's the traitor and the killer who murdered Nagito is here, right? Are they the same person? Or are they different? Dun dun dun. Okay, so this is all stuff that was inside specifically the warehouse?
The killer didn't take Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he was so beat up. What were they trying to find out by torturing him? Definitely the bomb's hiding place.
If so, the suspect
Is whoever found the bomb first.
That was Fuyuhiko. I found it by coincidence. There's no way I'd torture someone.
Why did the killer have to torture Nagito? Were the wounds on Nagito's body really caused by torture in the first place?
The killer didn't take Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he was so beat up.
What were they trying to find out by torturing him? Definitely the bomb's hiding place.
If so,
Hold on. Hold on. I know I said, like, oh, I'm so confident. But, like... What are these details? Monokuma panels. What was Monokuma's? Monokuma knew along the bombs were fake. Okay, so maybe it's that one.
the suspect
Is whoever found the bomb first.
That was Fuyuhiko. I found it by coincidence. There's no way I'd torture someone.
Okay, we're at the end, but it's fine.
The killer didn't take Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he was so beat up.
What were they trying to find out by torturing him? Definitely the bomb's hiding place.
Well, no.
If so, the suspect
Is whoever found the bomb first.
Maybe? No?
Damn it!
The killer didn't take Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he was so beat up.
What were they trying to find out by torturing him? Definitely the bomb's hiding place.
Maybe...
If so, the suspect
Maybe I'm supposed to do the
Is whoever
Monokuma
found the bomb
plushie
first.
with
That
the
was
second
Fuyuhiko.
statement. Maybe they weren't trying
found
to
it by
torture
coincidence.
Nagito.
There's no way I'd torture someone.
Hachibi's damage is great. It is. But I have a sinking feeling I'm supposed to like do something with Fuyuhiko's statement because it's the only one that you're supposed to consent to. But I don't see how any of the things surrounding like Nagito's wounds or anything have anything to do with that. Is it the duct tape? I mean, the whole thing about the duct tape is just that it was his mouth was taped before he was tortured. But I'm gonna double check just in case. The tape itself had a lot of crinkles in it, as if Nagito was desperately moving his mouth underneath it. I mean, I guess, in a way, if they were trying to get answers from him, then why tape his mouth shut? So maybe you're onto something, Alpheus.
The killer didn't
Maybe
take
I'll try
Nagito's
that.
mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
No, that's
There we
wrong.
go. Thanks for the small hints. Because that would have been torture if we kept going in
But
circles.
Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape, so he wouldn't have been able to confess anything. If he was being tortured for information, they wouldn't have taped his mouth like that.
I'm prepared.
No, already? Come on, dude.
Ah, I just realized it. It's a trap.
Trap?
Stupid Hajime. You got caught in that trap.
I mean, it's pretty clear that people were torturing him just to torture him because of all the suffering he's caused, whether on purpose or just by happenstance. Stupid? Bro, comrade, I'm not stupid. Great. Rebuttal showdown.
Like you said, if Nagito's mouth was taped shut, you obviously assume he couldn't talk, right? But that was the trap. He wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
But if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to answer anything?
Pay attention, this is how it went down. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him...
And after they kill... Oh, okay.
Damn it! Like you said, if Nagito's mouth was taped shut, you obviously assume he couldn't talk, right? But that was the trap. He wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated. I can't back down!
Crossword school? I forgot this was a thing. Oh no.
Like you said, if Nagito's mouth was... You obviously assume he couldn't talk. But that was the trap. He wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
Maybe it was...
But if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to answer anything?
Yeah, also he was tied down.
This is how it went down. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him, they duct taped his mouth shut. Whew, that was close, you guys. Thanks to me, you guys didn't get caught in the trap.
They taped Nagito's mouth shut after getting information from him. That sounds reasonable, but that clearly contradicts the truth. If he had listened to me to the very end, I wouldn't have to go through the trouble of repeating myself.
Pay attention, this is how it went down. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him, they duct taped his mouth shut.
Okay. So what I was trying to do is I was trying to maybe say, using the duct tape again, because blood got on the duct tape. How would blood get on the duct tape if they put it on after they already killed him? Unless I'm using the wrong stuff and I'm supposed to use the spear, because that's the thing that caused the killing.
Pay attention, this is how it went. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb. Then, after they killed him...
After they killed him? No?
Crap! Pay attention, this is how it went down. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him, they duct taped his mouth shut.
Okay, so it's not the spear either.
Crap! Pay attention, this is how it went down. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him, they duct taped his mouth shut.
Can you get the torture wounds? No.
Crap! Pay attention, this is how it went down. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him, they duct taped his mouth shut.
Not the rope. I'm pretty sure it's the last thing I need to talk about.
Pay attention, this is how it went down. First, the killer tortured
Did I already
Nagito
do the knife? I don't know.
and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed
Stop
him,
trying to be a hero, Kazuchi. You're bad at
they
it.
duct taped his mouth shut.
He's trying his best, like me.
Crap!
I'm only doing
Pay
my
attention,
best.
this is how it went down. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him, they duct taped his mouth shut. Crap! Pay attention, this is how it went down. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him, they duct taped his mouth
Don't
shut.
think anything has to do with the bomb's location. Because none of these have to do with the bomb. It has to do with, like, him literally dying.
Pay attention, this is how it went down.
Not the torture.
First,
oh,
the
God.
killer tortured Nagito and got information about the
The only
bomb's
thing I
then,
haven't
after they killed
done
him.
is the Monokuma plushie, right? Retreat? Oh no.
Damn it! Like you said, if Nagito's mouth was taped shut, you obviously assumed he couldn't talk. But that was the trap. He wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
But if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to answer anything?
What proves that the tape must have been on his mouth?
Pay
The
attention,
blood.
this is how it went down.
It was the blood. The blood on the tape. And that's why... The blood splattered onto his face wasn't under the duct tape. Yeah, that's what I tried doing. Unless I was doing it on the wrong statement.
First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location.
Hold on.
Then, after they killed him,
Maybe that's where it needs to go.
allow me to
Okay.
cut through those words.
I was doing the wrong thing. That's why I was getting so confused.
No, there's no doubt Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape before he was beat up.
What did you say?
Who cares about the duct tape? We might as well settle this with rock, paper, scissors.
We don't need to play a game. It's clear the duct tape was on his mouth before the torture even began.
Why do you always side with Hajime? You have a crush on him or something?
I mean, I'm sure a lot of people should. Are you in elementary school or something?
You were with us when I peeled the duct tape off Nagito's mouth, right? The blood on Nagito's face wasn't under the duct tape, remember?
The blood on his face came from his arm wounds, which means the duct tape was on his face before his arms were even wounded.
And the duct tape had a lot of crinkles around his mouth. He must have been struggling to open his mouth under the duct tape.
Perhaps the duct tape was used so he wouldn't be able to scream. Then it's like I said at the beginning. The tape wasn't for torture. It was to keep his mouth shut.
Becky, never thought I'd hear Jackie say they didn't need to play a game. Oh shit.
However, if they wanted to seal his mouth, they did not need to hurt him with such ferocity.
They probably had a deep grudge against Nagito.
Yeah, everyone did.
Are you saying the killer was trying to make him suffer?
Yes, it was very obvious.
If so, friggin' crazy. Did they go psycho or something?
Says the one who tried to choke him out in the middle of, like, the fucking restaurant.
No, they didn't just go crazy. Whoever did this must be one crafty bastard. If not, they wouldn't have taken the time to set fire to the crime scene and destroy all the evidence.
The warehouse fire was for destroying evidence?
You can't think of any other reason.
But who could have done that? When the fire occurred, everyone in this room was gathered in front of the warehouse.
But before this, like, clearly everything was set up, like, previously, you know? Like, we can't single out everyone that just happened to show up here, because they could have, like, before we met up at the warehouse, or not the warehouse, the factory, like, they could have set everything up then, and then joined us at the factory. And then all the shit with the bombs went down, and then been all like, oh no, everything's on fire, when we opened the door. Let the Ahoge man speak. Everyone has a crush on Hajime. He's the ultimate harem king. They just want the reserve course booty.
Yeah. And right after I opened the warehouse door, the flames started burning from the very back.
Which means it is plausible to think that nobody here set the fire.
The killer isn't one of us. But that's not the case, huh? I mean, it's wishful thinking.
Even if it was only a coincidence, the timing was just too perfect.
Based on the pattern up until now, we should suspect that some kind of setup was used for this.
Some kind of setup? Like what?
I do not know that, but that has been the pattern before.
That's our Miss Sonia. You have such an amazingly high intellect. Alrighty then, let's think about this based on what Miss Sonia thinks. Is that okay, Miss Sonia?
Kazuuchi, your thirst is showing.
Damn right it is!
The reason for the fire, huh? They're right, we need to clear that up first. Make your argument.
The direct cause of the fire was the oil lighter found at the crime scene, right?
The killer used some kind of setup. He lit the curtain on fire with the lighter.
Some kind of setup?
Did they use the oil as an improvised fuse?
They probably just threw the lighter.
Based on the shape of that oil lighter, it can stand upright while the flame is lit.
If they tipped over the lighter in some way, it could have ignited the curtain.
Some way?
Maybe they used invisible thread.
There should have been a way to tip it over with sound waves.
Or perhaps opening the door caused intense wind pressure to tip over the lighter.
Maybe some kind of setup is used to start the fire, so what could be? Maybe we use the Monokuma panels against the first statement that Sonia has.
The direct cause of the fire was the oil lighter found at the crime scene, right?
The killer used some
let
kind
me
of
try
setup.
that.
He lit the curtain on fire.
Some kind of setup? Did they use the oil? They probably just based on the shape it can stand upright while the flame is lit.
If they tipped over the lighter in some way, it could have ignited the curtain.
Some way?
Maybe they used invisible thread.
There should have been a way to tip it over with sound waves.
Or perhaps opening the door caused.
There we go.
I agree with that.
Consent.
I also agree that opening the door is what started the fire.
But not because of wind.
Just as I thought, it was the wind pressure. A dust devil blown here from glorious Japan.
No, not wind pressure. They probably used the Monokuma panels. A huge number of tipped-over Monokuma panels were found at the crime scene, right? It looked like they were scattered everywhere, but some were laying on top of each other in a single line. Just a single line leading from the warehouse door to the fire's origin.
Does that mean anything?
The killer probably arranged those Monokuma panels to create a domino effect.
A domino effect. You mean those tiles kids play with by lining them up and tipping them over?
In place of those tiles, the killer used the Monokuma panels. So when we opened the warehouse door, the first panel toppled into the second, and from there, they fell like dominoes until they reached the lighter at the end.
But wouldn't it be obvious that those big panels were falling over?
That's probably why they turned off the lights in the warehouse, so we wouldn't notice them.
So the reason the warehouse was dark was to hide the domino effect.
And one more thing. There was something else the killer did to hide the domino effect, right?
Killer did one other thing that had the domino effect. The MP3 player? I mean, the music was pretty distracting, so...
I see!
Yep, there we go.
You're talking about the MP3 player, right? That hymn blaring throughout the warehouse masked the sound of the falling panels.
Inside the warehouse felt even darker because our eyes were still used to the bright sunlight outside. And then the darkness allowed hymnal blare throughout the warehouse at full volume. Hey, do you guys hear something? Yeah, it's really damn loud. Does Nagito like listening to this depressing crap? No, I'm not talking about the music. As if on cue, it suddenly started.
That's it. So the strange sound was actually the sound of the panels falling.
But those sounds weren't the only strange thing, right? Looking back on it, it was also strange when we opened the door to the warehouse.
It's fine, I'll open it slowly. Okay, it's just this. Because it clattered, like, when she tried opening it at the beginning.
Ah, so the door was being blocked by a Monokuma panel.
And when we opened the door, the domino effect started, and the falling panels eventually reached the lighter. Yeah, and that's how the warehouse caught on fire. At least, that's how it looks.
You don't look so sure.
At the time, Akane mentioned that she could barely open the door.
Because the panel was blocking it, right?
But the blocked doorway, there wasn't enough space for a person to fit through, right?
Is that a problem?
It's a major problem. I mean, that door was the only entrance to the warehouse.
Okay, okay. So if the door was the only entrance, like, for sure, then, like, how did the other person get out? The killer couldn't have left.
I see! If the panel was so close to the door that it could barely be opened, the killer inside the warehouse wouldn't be able to leave, right?
Now that you mention it.
Does that mean they were hiding inside?
But, like, literally everyone was with us.
Who? We were all outside the warehouse, you know.
Based on the patterns up until now, I believe some kind of setup was used.
Plot twist, the imposter Tagami is actually alive and is actually one of these people.
You don't have to think so hard. There's actually only one person who could have possibly done this.
Huh?
You don't mean...
But if that's true, it's murder.
Hajime? What do you mean?
Akira Furihiku, well, I love to listen to depressing crap. Yeah, those good, like, early 2000s, like, emo jams. Also, classical music is pretty lit in some parts. Dots. The person who set up the domino effect inside the warehouse. There's only one person who could have done that. I mean, using literal process of elimination. Like, he would have had to have been behind it.
This is my answer! What if it was Nagito?
Why'd you bring him up? He's the victim, you know.
He wasn't just the victim. Maybe.
Becky says, I didn't realize until I started working with young people that I almost only listened to depressing stuff. I imagine you, like, turning on music, just like having some chill time with your students, and then one of your students just piping up being like, hey, this is hella sad. I mean, I don't know how young your students are, but like, in that similar vein of words. Because I'd be asked for a happy song and oh my god, I was like, Scrolls Forever.
Huh?
Not just the victim? What does that mean?
I feel the same way, because like, my music tastes are like all over the place. But a lot of the music I like, I feel like a lot of people wouldn't really be into. So whenever people ask for music in the car, I'm just like, that's too much screaming. That's too weird and out there. That's Vocaloid and could possibly destroy their eardrums. That's rap with a lot of swearing.
He was the victim. And he was the perpetrator, too. Maybe.
Are you saying this was a suicide? Don't be stupid.
Like I says, depressing songs usually have more thought put into them, though. That's why I like them. Yeah, I can agree with that. Like, yeah, you can listen to, like, some, like, happy-go-lucky cool thing, but, like, I don't don't know, there's something about sad, depressing, like, mellow songs where sometimes it just makes you think.
His body was covered in torture wounds. Or did you already forget? Are you saying those were all self-inflicted?
What if Nagito is crazy? What? Nagito crazy?
But Nagito might do something like that, don't you think?
I mean, I feel like the killing blow might have been his own. And obviously, like, the fire. But I don't know about the rest of his wounds.
That's not the issue. He was tied up, remember?
Yeah, like, you can't tie yourself up.
Even for a creep like Nagito, it'd be impossible for him to tie up his own arms and legs.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, as long as you understand.
It seems we need to discuss how Nagito was able to tie himself up.
Need to discuss?
No, it's impossible. And he also, sometimes I just like to cry at sad songs. Yeah. Sometimes you just need a good cry.
That's not necessary at all. No matter how much you think about it, it's clearly impossible.
Like it said, it seems impossible if you think about it, but I feel like I'm overlooking something.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth? Or if you use your front tail?
Come on.
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
Yes, use your dick, your massive dog, to tie yourself up. If our assumption that Nagito committed suicide is correct, Nagito should have tied himself up too. That's okay, right?
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be
Maybe
impossible.
the burned rope.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth? Or if you use your front tail?
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
I mean, the only reason I say we might have to use the burnt rope is because, like, it's kind of proof that, like, he had no free mobility until after the deed had already been done and the fire started, because how else would the rope burn? Let's look at torture rooms. Each rope was tied to nearby pillars, which prevented him from moving, so that could be the statement. That could help us out. The rope that's tied to Nagito's right arm was went off, however, Nagito's right sleeve still looks clean. So maybe the clean sleeve has something to do with it too. I don't think that was a thing. I don't think the plushie has anything to do with it. Panels. And I forgot what the rest of the truth bullets were.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs.
There's too many. Too many. Haha.
No, that's wrong.
Hold on a sec. Isn't that premise flawed?
What? I mean, it's no mistake that his arms and legs were...
No, it shouldn't have been both of his arms. the rope on his right arm was completely burnt up. Based on that, you can't say he was tied up.
Has the front tail hole came yet? Oh, you bet it
That
has.
was just burned by the fire. He should have been tied up before then.
It burned because of the fire. Like you said, it might look like that.
Oh.
But that was part of the trap. There's concrete evidence that proves it.
The proof that the burned rope on the Nagito's right arm is the trap. His right sleeve, because it's blank.
See.
Take a close look at his right sleeve. Even though the rope was burnt up, the sleeve wasn't burned at all. Wouldn't you agree? A burn like this, no matter how you think about it, is unnatural. That rope was burned in advance so it would look like it was burned in the fire.
Then Nagito's right arm wasn't tied up, right? He was able to move it freely, right?
Yeah, that should be the case.
Hajime, that's awesome! I'll let you cop a feel if you want.
No? No?
Connor, you
No,
should
thank
not give it
you.
away for free. Make sure they pay you first.
That's definitely wrong.
Fine. I just gotta get a Benjamin from him before I let him touch me, right?
Nikane,
That's not what I
no.
meant. I'm talking about Nagito. I mean, even if his right hand wasn't tied up, the knife was still stabbed into it, you know?
It's impossible to stab a knife into your right hand with your right hand. Ah, that much is obvious.
Hajime, you tricked me! Give me back that Benjamin!
Can we please stop with this? Not only did she try to charge me, now she wants the money back. What the heck?
Hold on.
I didn't even
There
cop a
should be
field
a way.
first.
Then hurry up and spill it.
If it's something lame, I'll make you give back the Benjamin with 10,000% interest.
A way to stab yourself in your right hand using only your right hand. There's definitely an answer for this. No! Unless you actually use your mouth, but like, no. That would be impossible too because he was duct taped.
Even if Nagito's right hand was free, how could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way?
Is he a throwing knife expert?
Maybe he propped the knife somehow
Maybe.
and slammed his right hand down on it?
Propped it onto what?
If he just propped the knife, he could have used his bound left hand.
If you're tied up, your arms won't bend that easily. We don't know if his left hand could even reach his right hand.
Nagito could only use his right hand to stab himself in the palm, and how did he do it? Like, I would agree with everyone. But, I don't know. It feels like it would be easier if a hand was stabbed. This, no. That way? I don't know.
Even if Nagito's right hand was free, how
Maybe
could
he used the
stab his
Monokuma
right hand
plushie.
with his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air
Like, the knife was in the
and let the
Monokuma
knife
plushie.
fall, could he stab his hand that way?
And that's how the blood got on the plushie, and that's why the
Is
plushie
he
has
a
the hole in
throwing
it.
knife expert?
Maybe he propped the knife somehow?
I agree with that.
And also, the plushie would be soft.
The life-size Monokuma plushie. He must have used that to prop the knife.
And I don't know, like, if I were to prop something up to, like, stab my hand into, I'd want it to land on something soft instead of, like, just concrete or something. Becky, this game, how to get Hajime in Death Simulator. Yeah.
Makes sense. That's why there was a big hole in the plushie's stomach. He inserted the knife handle into that hole to prop it up. Then he slammed his hand onto it.
But the plushie's all the way over there.
If that's it, he had to place the plushie near him. And it also explains the mysterious blood on the plushie.
So the blood on the plushie came from Nagito after he stabbed the knife into his own right hand.
Unless after he did it, he just fucking, like, yeeted the plushie.
I see. So that's the trick.
But for a moment, I seriously thought Monokuma died or something.
If only.
A bleeding plushie is super scary. It's got the same fear factor as a doll whose hair grows too long.
After stabbing his hand, he no longer needed the plushie, so he cast it off toward the fire's origin point.
Probably thought the fire would incinerate it and destroy the evidence.
So what do you think now, Fuyuhiko?
I get what you're saying about the wound on his right hand, but there's still one huge problem. The spear. Basically, you're saying Nagito committed suicide by impaling himself with a spear, right? If you think about the order, getting killed by the spear should have been the last thing to happen to Nagito. If that's true, how is that possible?
Like I said earlier, it was probably hanging up by the rafters. And he just had to, like, pull the thing.
He can't grab a spear with his right hand if a knife is stabbed into it and his left hand was all tied up.
Then he probably took the spear first, and as he endured the pain, he stabbed the knife into his right hand.
There is a limit to his constitution. If you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
Words to take out of context for 200, please. Also from experience, I can say that that's fucking true.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch all that.
God damn it, Soda, get your mind out the gutter.
Like I said, if you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
Say it one
No,
more time.
stop.
I need you recorded. For a reason.
I say as my mind went into that same place, but stop, Soda.
You bastard, you better cut it out.
Like she said, in that condition, it's very difficult to stab yourself with a spear. It'd be hard to use a spear with a knife stab into your right hand while your left hand is tied up.
So you're saying it's impossible?
That's...
But no matter what I think, I can't believe Nagito's death was caused by someone else. I also agree with that. To think that one of us could kill someone with such cruelty, I could never believe that.
You say you can't believe it? You just don't want to believe it, right?
So, in vain with the theory that the traitor and the killer are two different people. Actually, no, scratch what I was about to say. No, what if Nagito did technically kill himself, but he had someone else, like, help him out with it and kind of be his accomplice with it? That's kind of the feel I'm going here. Because I feel like it would be very Nagito to, like, have his own death be this brutal. Just because that's how much he kind of hates himself, you know?
But that's why you keep getting betrayed over and over again, right? Same goes for this time, too.
You just shut your mouth. It's against the rules to interfere with everyone. If you even think about doing anything, I have a plan of my own.
Monomi sassing me.
But it's just as Monokuma said. We've been betrayed over and over again so far, so...
Akira says Nagito did say stepping stone, yeah. He would totally sacrifice himself, like literally sacrifice himself. Just to, like, I don't know, have hope prevail and stuff.
This might also be the same. Calling this a suicide takes too much for granted, and it's too convenient.
Then are you saying there is a killer among us, Kazuichi?
Of course that doesn't include Miss Sonia and me.
Sure,
As Kazuichi said, it's true we've been constantly betrayed.
Hi, Sewin, welcome to the stream.
But even if I'm betrayed again, I still want to believe in everyone. No matter how many times I may be betrayed, I still want to believe in everyone.
I also want to believe that there's no killer, but suicide is unimaginable.
Do you really think so?
But you said it too. It'd be impossible for him to stab himself with a spear in his condition.
Someone says it's 59 minutes past midnight. Funny. It's 59 minutes past 1 p.m. in my time. That's...
I did say difficult, but I never said impossible.
Huh?
I feel that there's some way he could have stabbed himself with that spear.
If I'm right about the rafters and shit, like, man.
What kind of way?
I don't know.
You don't know.
It's impossible to figure out by myself. So let's think about it together.
Akira says, Chiaki is so pure, it's stupid to hate her just because she seems Mary Sue. Honestly, I don't get Mary Sue vibes from her. Like, I mean, I don't even like the term Mary Sue. But everything so far, it doesn't seem like it's just handed to her. It doesn't seem like it's just... I don't know. Like, it just makes sense why she would be able to figure stuff out on top of like everyone. It's not just plot reasons. It's just she's just the ultimate gamer. So of course you'd be able to think strategy and like try and piece together logically how to get out of situations.
That's how. We made it this far up till now. Everyone working together.
She's right, we made it through several ordeals up until now by doing that. Then even now.
Alright, let's do this.
How did Nagito stab himself with a spear? Let's work together and think this through. When the spear stabbed Nagito, his right hand was covered by the knife, right?
Not... Wait, no, that's the right hand, never mind.
He was only able to move his left hand.
But his left hand was also tied up.
Then that rules out his left hand.
Not entirely. Wait, hold on, I should actually
That's
listen
the
to
case,
everything.
The only other way is...
He used his teeth?
No, stop with the
Or
teeth.
maybe he used his front tail.
Stop with the dicks.
I know guys have tails that get hard when they're grabbed.
What are you saying?
A blushing Miss Sonia is freaking awesome!
Stop with the dick jokes. He must have used the spear to stab himself. Even if his arms and legs were tied up, there's no doubt he used some part of his body, and not his fucking dick.
How did Nagito stab himself with a spear?
So it was the thing I was gonna use
His
last.
right hand was...
He was only able to, but his left hand was also tied up.
Then that rules out his left hand.
No it doesn't.
No, that's wrong.
Hold on. It's still too early to dismiss the possibility that he used his left hand.
Danielle says people hate on Chiaki because she's popular for some reason. Becky, I literally studied literature, and I can 100% confirm Chiaki doesn't qualify as a Mary Sue. Yeah, like, I literally don't see any correlation between, like, typical Mary Sue traits and Chiaki. Akira says, I get it if they shipped Hajime with anyone else, but there's no reason to be a hater. People, like, when it comes to ships and stuff, they just get so, like, intensely into it. It's like, come on, these are fictional characters. Like, no need to be this, like, angsty and, like, gung-ho about this. Alfie says, yeah, though I think the creator has sadly stated in an interview that Chiaki was only created as waifu material for fans. Which is pretty sad, because she's more than that. I mean, she might have started off, like, design-wise, like, oh yeah, the fans are gonna love this. Which is true. She does look like waifu material. But yeah, I agree. She is much more than that, personality-wise.
Why? I mean, his left hand was tied up, you know?
But there was something off about his left hand. The bloodstain on the palm of his hand. Don't you think it looked somewhat strange? He only had blood on the lower area of his palm. Beyond that point, the bloodstain suddenly cuts off, right?
When the blood splattered, that's as far as it reached, right?
That settles the description of that bloodstain. But it's not the only unnatural bloodstain. Look, there's blood on the back of his hand. around the middle joints of his fingers.
Like you said, it looks like an unnatural blood stain, but what's wrong with that?
Akira says, I like Chiaki. She has a relatable personality. Yeah, I totally get it. And Becky says, yeah, I remember when there was more controversy over dating Futaba because she seemed like a little sister instead of the literal teacher or like the literal other adults you can supposedly date. Even though Futaba's only a year younger and isn't related by blood. Like, I'd get it if it was like, oh, Futaba, like if it was more like the situation in Persona 4, where it's like, oh yeah, I mean, in Persona 4, they were literally related. But like, I mean, if the protagonist knew Sakura, I was gonna say, and the dad, but they're both Sakura, because that's their last name. But anyways, like, if he knew the Sakura family since like the beginning and it's like, oh yeah, Futaba, I remember her, grew up with her, and blah blah blah, then yeah, I get that argument. But no, these are literal strangers. Even though they are part of his found family, they're not like his literal family. So like, why people, why? And I hear Thomas, so we are gonna take a small break, because fuck Thomas. Okay, Thomas is back. And I didn't mean to imply that people wanted to date Nanako, because that is sick and wrong. She does need to be protected.
We might need to think and use our imaginations for a bit. If there's blood on his palm and the back of his hand, what was his left hand doing as the blood splattered?
This is so dumb, because I already figured this out back when we first looked at the hand. So just everyone questioning it is torturing me. What was Nakato's? It was gripping something.
When the blood splattered, he was probably gripping with his left hand. That's why there's such a strange-looking bloodstain on his palm and the back of his hand.
In what has a fist-sized gap where there's no blood on it.
Is he grabbing his front tail?
Stop!
Perish the thought! He was obviously grabbing the spear! Now that you mention it, compared to the rest of his body, the wounds on his left arm are pretty mild.
Now maybe if he was killed in his cottage, then he'd be gripping his tail, but for other reasons.
He probably made his wounds mild on purpose, so he could keep his strength while he gripped the spear.
But even if he held the spear with his tied-up left hand, it'd be impossible for him to stab himself.
That's right, that's the problem. Danielle says having to restate all the crap you know is the annoying part of trials.
Hey Chiaki, what do you think?
And it especially sucks, like in Ace Attorney, when you're like, oh, this is for sure the thing, but you're not supposed to know the truth at that point. So even though logically it makes sense, like, no, you have to present this other evidence first. That's...
Hey, don't tell me you're getting sleepy.
At times like this, you should always strike from a good angle. Just like fixing an old TV.
Oh, I got it. Maybe.
Really?
Yeah, like I thought. It's no mistake that Nagito was gripping the spear. I think. However, what's important is what section of the spear he was gripping.
Another thing that's really relatable about Chiaki is how she always sounds unsure about things. Like, even when I'm 100% sure and confident, I always have to end a sentence with, like, maybe, or, like, possibly. What section of the spear was he gripping onto? The cord.
I see! That's it. Instead of the handle, Nagito must have been holding on to the cord. There was a metal weight at the tip of the cord, but there were bloodstains on that part too. Plus, the joint between the weight and the cord had a bloodstain shaped like it was cut off by something.
Isn't the size of that cut off section about the same size as a human fist?
Ah, you're right. So this is the part Nagito was gripping, huh? And then the blood that was supposed to end up here ended up getting on Nagito's left hand.
But why is it so important to know which part of the spear he was gripping?
You're not gonna say he gripped the tip of the cord, swung the spear around, and stabbed himself, right?
I mean, vaguely, but yes.
That is where the clue
Right
to
on the
solve
nose.
this mystery resides. Right, Chiaki?
That's...
I am sorry. Of course this mystery will not be solved that easily.
Danielle says, God, that's true. I always second guess myself. Like, even at work when they're like, hey, you get this done, get on this, right? And I'm like, I'll try. And then they double take and they're like, what do you mean try? That's not confident. And I'm like, I'm just being honest. I'll try. I can't guarantee that I'll succeed. Nagito was gripping the cord extending from the butt of the spear with his left hand. But from there, how would he stab himself in the stomach with the spear?
It seems we are stuck. Shall we have tea time? At a time like this.
Is it already intermission time?
How about we stick to the plan to think one step at a time instead of expecting the answers all at once?
That's a long plan name.
One step at a time? What does that mean? Let's focus on the spear first. Namely, where it was and how it was positioned just before it impaled Nagito.
How it was positioned.
Nagito was facing up and the spear was stabbed through his stomach. So if it's just before that, could it be? The state of the spear and the fact that Nagito was holding the tip of the cord attachment. If I put those together and think about it, I should be able to figure it out. Where the spear was and what state it was in before it stabbed Nagito. I think this sounds like a logic dive. Can we please logic dive? Yes! It's skateboarding time, people. Now let's hope I can aim my jumps right. And that these jumps are gonna be good jumps. Ah! Okay, where are you at? Where are you at? Okay, it's right there. Ah! This is so narrow, it's probably gonna be on the other end. Yep. How did I know? Whee! Question 1. Where was the spear before in above Nagito? Because it was in the sky. Ah, what? What are those? That's new. Okay. Time to avoid those. Fucking spinning top pyramid thingies. No, go away from me. Get away from me. Stop being shifty. I don't like them. Question 2. Besides the spear, what else was above the ceiling girder? Because that's how it was hanging, and that's why there was blood there. Don't ask me why blood, because I'm starting to realize blood doesn't make sense if he wasn't already attack with it. Fuck you. Fuck you entirely. You're throwing off my groove. Weird pentacle things. Watch, and then I'm gonna have to jump. What item connects both the spear and the spear's cord? No! Okay, it's fine, it's fine. I still got some life left. It's the cord. And that should be the last question. It's usually, ugh. There we go, yay! Hajime is thinking about dying. No, maybe he's just a fan of Rihanna. Maybe that's it. Coming together. And tea is wonderful. I mean, I have Arizona tea.
The spear impaled Nagito as he was laying face up. It must have been perpendicular to him just before that.
But Arizona tea is not the same as like actual tea.
Perpendicular? In the middle of the air?
If Nagito did that all by himself, did he have some sort of ESP?
He had an accomplice. That's one of you fucks.
That'd be awesome, but he'd probably use the ceiling girder directly above him.
Nagito probably slung the cord over the ceiling girder, and using that as a support, he hoisted the spear directly above him.
It would be fucked. I just realized if he set all this up, killed himself, but the last step in like actually killing him was like the fire, and it would be fucked if by technicality whoever the blackened is would be the first person who opened the door and started the domino effect, which would be Akane. That would be a fucking trip. Hey, Pocky's home! Yes, shine bright like a diamond indeed.
And if Nagito let go of the cord, the spear would have fallen and impaled him while he was laying face up.
I noticed a slight red streak on the ceiling girder. It probably got smeared there during the setup.
The blood on the cord probably rubbed off on the ceiling girder as the spear was falling. So, how about it? Using this method, Nagito could have impaled himself with the spear.
Serious? He really committed suicide? Like that?
He probably chose that spear so he could commit suicide like that. If someone else did this, there's no reason they'd go to all this trouble just to kill someone with a spear.
I agree. When I was investigating this case, I kept thinking over and over how strange it was. Why did the killer use the knife and the spear so differently?
I mean, actually, Chiaki was standing next to you and muttering about how strange it was, but sure, those were your thoughts.
So you're saying he needed to use that spear to pull off his trick?
Dots.
Then, this is for real? He really committed suicide? Every single wound on his body, that was all him?
Not just that, he did all that while he was gripping the spear? That spear should not have stabbed Nagito until the very end. Which means Nagito wounded himself while he was gripping that spear, right?
But if he was calmly doing this all by himself, with the duct tape on, then why would his mouth be open?
Did he put the duct tape on his mouth too?
He probably covered his own mouth so we wouldn't hear him screaming in pain.
Oh yeah, that's right. Wounds do hurt, whether or not you inflict them yourself.
Did he need to go that far? That's beyond crazy. Why would he do that to himself?
Becky says, it's kind of sad that we're desensitized to a character committing suicide in these games. Yeah, like while we're commenting, like, wow, that's fucked. Like, it's not, there's not really much emotion to it. Because we're just used to seeing, like, all this blood, all this gore, like, all these deaths happening in, like, a succession even. And also it's happened in the past, technically, with Sakura, so now we're just like, yeah, it's suicide. It's really sad. It's also kind of like what Hajime was saying earlier, like, oh, Man. Here I am staring at a corpse of my maybe best friend. And I'm completely fine with just like investigating it instead of throwing up in the corner.
He was probably trying to get us to make a mistake. By committing a suicide that looked like a murder, he was trying to steer us toward the wrong answer. His goal was to get us all executed.
And that's why he stabbed himself over and over again?
Did he want us to die that bad?
I mean, maybe if, like, whatever fate awaited us with, like, the timer going off, maybe if that's a fate worse than death, maybe he could be doing it for good reasons, as psychotic as it looks.
That's messed up. That's seriously so messed up.
Yeah, that's our Nagito.
Jeez, and I was starting to feel a little sympathetic toward him. How stupid of me. No! I completely underestimated his capacity for malice. Mind-boggling malice that threatens us even after he's died. That's the form his malice took. I'd forgotten all about it until now. If he was here now, he'd probably be sneering at me.
However, there is one thing I still do not understand. He said he would reveal the traitor, right? Whatever became of that?
He was probably planning to kill the traitor along with the rest of us.
So why did he not just do that in the first place? If he had no qualms with killing everyone, he did not have to cause a bomb scare to reveal the traitor.
It's because he was a drama queen, that's
I
why.
bet the bomb scare was part of the strategy behind this trick. He made us split up and search for a bomb so none of us would have an alibi. He created a scenario where any of us could have killed him.
He tried to make us doubt each other and tried to hide the truth behind his suicide.
Did he cause a bomb scare for that reason alone?
He's a fucking bastard who killed himself for his delusions of grandeur. It's not that unthinkable.
You are right, I suppose.
Danielle, he's extra as fuck. Fuck.
Yeah, it appears we've come to a conclusion. Bastard Nagito committed suicide. It was all done by him so he'd be executed.
I don't think it was all done by him.
That should be okay, right? Right?
What? You're not satisfied yet?
No, I agree that Nagito killed himself, but I feel like there's something that doesn't make sense. It's probably just my imagination.
That's... why? I mean, I sort of understand what she's talking about. I don't think it's a mistake to assume that Nagito committed suicide, but... why do I feel so uneasy about it? Is it because we don't know who the traitor is, or...
So what are you gonna do? Is it okay to proceed with the voting time?
Becky, Akane's gut is never wrong!
What do you think, Akane?
Well, there's no doubt Nagito's death was a suicide. Oh well, I guess my gut is wrong sometimes.
You're right. It is not as though we can draw any other conclusion.
Then it's okay to end it here, huh? That means we're done with this last class trial and we can leave this island, right?
Nah, my friends, we still haven't gotten to the intermission yet.
It's okay to reach such a happy ending, right?
Then it's okay? It's okay to say, you've decided on the killer? Understood. Then voting time.
No, hold on a sec.
Yeah, come through, Hajime, come through.
Hold on. Why?
That's...
Sorry, just a little more. I want you guys to wait just a little more. I can't help but feel like there's still something we overlooked.
Like who the traitor is?
But the issue here is who killed Nagito, right? Even if we identify the traitor, the conclusion won't change.
Nah, the issue is who helped kill Nagito.
That's true, but...
Danielle, ooh, Monokuma wasn't pleased with that.
The mystery isn't just about who the traitor is.
Huh?
No matter how you look at it, Nagito's death is a suicide. But I'm a little worried, you know? I'm worried about starting the voting time while there's still a mystery.
Hey, what do you mean it's not about who the traitor is? What kind of mystery is left?
There's just one thing that doesn't make sense, and it relates to Nagito's death.
Pocky, ha, you fool! We're not even close to being finished. Don't you know by now there's always a twist? Ooh, a very twisty twist.
Plus, it's something even Nagito couldn't influence. He couldn't even tamper with the evidence for it.
Something related to Nagito's death, and it's something that even he couldn't have messed with.
You're gonna keep going? Here I thought we were finally finished.
Something related to the piece of evidence even he couldn't mess with. Let's see, what couldn't he have messed with? The music? I mean, that makes the most sense, because it's like far fucking away, and someone had to have like turned it on for him.
Crap!
No? Okay. Maybe it wasn't the music. The music could have been set on a timer for all we know. Was it the poison? Okay, I hear Thomas again. I'm just gonna mute it and call it good, and I'm just gonna keep thinking of
Crap! Crap!
Okay, the train's gone. And maybe it was the oil lighter. No, that doesn't even make sense. Does that have to do with the fire? If he was dead by that point, he couldn't mess with it. So maybe, yeah, the lighter.
Crap!
No? Oh no! It was us this whole time. We were the blackened. Plot twist.
We will never give up!
Why does it take forever to heal? Okay, something related that he couldn't even mess with. Let's see, not the file, not the poison. Not the notebook. There's nothing about the bombs. Maybe the panels? That also had to do with the fire.
Crap!
No. Like I said, so I think Nagito did all that himself to make sure he died, not to be extra. Like, he's the ultimate luck, so he had to be over the top. That's a good point. Because, like, if someone else tried killing him, kind of like with the first trial and everything, like, his luck would probably, like, work its magic somehow. But him doing all that to himself, it's like a guarantee. Like, it's his own actions doing it, not the fate and will of other people. Something that Nagito couldn't influence. It's not these later things. It has to be one of these. I mean, I guess he couldn't... I mean, yeah, letting go of it. And gravity doing its magic. But with his luck powers, the gravity could make the spear, like, I don't know, not impale him. Like, go kind of sideways, not land directly on him. So maybe...
Crap!
No? Like, I already guessed everything that had to do with the fire. Except for maybe the burned rope.
Crap!
No, it's not the burned rope, okay. Rushy!
Crap!
Oh. It's fine, I got plenty of lives. I did the Monokuma panels and the lighter and the MP3 player. So yeah!
Crap!
Did you try the duct tape? Maybe. I feel like I have.
Crap!
Yeah, it's not the duct tape. Knife.
Crap!
Oh. Maybe he didn't know that the bombs were fake. Like, even he himself. No? Okay. Never mind. Oh, wait, no. No, he knew the bombs were fake. Never mind. Ignore me being dumb. Because he mentions it. Exactly. Gas mask and gloves. What is impossible to influence?
Crap!
I feel like it would be obvious. Maybe the time of death?
I see!
Is it about the Monokuma file?
Yeah, that's it.
Nope, it's not the blue paper.
Huh? There was something suspicious in the Monokuma file?
The victim is Nagito Kamadia. The body was discovered inside the warehouse near the Monokuma plushie factory. The estimated time of death was believed to be noon sharp. Not only is there a spear stabbed in his stomach, there were multiple stab wounds on each of his thighs. Other than the time of death being listed, I don't see how the rest of this could be contradictory. Or strange, at least. Furthermore, there's a laceration in his left arm and a knife impaled through his right hand. The suspicious part of the Monokuma file that Shiaki is worried about is... what's hidden in the Monokuma file? It has to be time. Right? Time of death, yeah. Yeah, it is time. Because how would they plan it out so that all that gets said and done? These are all vowels that I don't need, and I'm probably gonna die, but it's fine. They're gonna explode, aren't they? It's time of death, it has to be. Or maybe not. Maybe it's not. No, get rid of it. No, I don't want the question. Cause of death? Cause of death. That makes sense with all the letters we're being presented with. Now I just need all those U's that were just here. And I'm gonna die. It's fine. It's fine. We're fine. Now that I know what it is. 28 stab wounds. Slams counter.
We will never give up!
the Monokuma file doesn't specifically list which wound did the final deed. I can't believe. I need a C. And an A. And those U's can be useful, but it's fine. It's fine. And show me an S somewhere, eventually. Please. Oh. Cause of... Oh no, no F's have appeared. There have been no F's. There's the F's. And now show me that sweet D. D. Ah. Oh, that E is already there. Thank you, timing and everything. No, I needed that A. Come back here. God, this is swimming. The stress is real. H. Boom. Got it. Anxiety is through the roof with this. We're good. We're fine.
In this particular case's Monokuma file, there's no specific cause of death.
And I just got your reference, Becky, going to log with the 28 stab wounds. You're just a fucking deviant, Nagito. Pocky, gotta leave again. I'm 15 minutes, cause skating. Have fun skating! Not only is there a spear stabbed in the stomach, there are multiple stab wounds. Furthermore, there's a laceration, and all that fun stuff.
Isn't that weird? Until now, the files always specified the cause of death.
But the cause of death is obvious, is it not?
You know how each of the deaths kind of mirrored the deaths in the first game? This is like with Murkuro, where it's like the cause of death is mysterious and sketchy.
The spear in Nagito's stomach. It is obvious just by looking at it that it was a cause of death.
Maybe it's not included if it's not important enough to write about.
Excuse me, but the cause of death is literally one of the most important parts of a murder case.
Well, Monokuma,
I plead the fifth!
There he goes again! I'm so appalled that I have nothing to say. But even during Gundam's case, and before during Recon's case, the thing he purposely omitted from the Monokuma file was always the most important mystery in the case.
Rocky, I'm happy you noticed that, Spacey. Thanks.
Are you saying that applies this time too?
Hold on a sec. Then, are you saying there's more to Nagito's death?
And that's why we can't end the trial yet.
Are you suggesting, again, that his death wasn't a suicide?
No, it's for sure a suicide, for sure. But there's still other mysteries.
You guys were the ones who said it was a suicide in the first place.
Oh. Hi, Shadow 40. Welcome to the stream.
No, I don't think it's a mistake to call Nagito's death a suicide. But it's not just a suicide.
That's...
Come to think of it, did Nagito really commit suicide just to get us all killed?
Are you sticking up for him?
That's not what I meant. I mean it in a bad sense.
Bad sense?
I just remembered that his malice always defied our expectations. And that concerns me. For example, would that malice just end here?
Huh?
That's...
Did Nagito's malice drive him to risk his life for a truth we'd reach this easily? I mean, this is Nagito we're talking about, you know?
How interesting! You sure do believe in Nagito, huh? Because you believe in his malice, you continue to suspect his malice. I see. I guess that's what passes for friendship these days.
What friendship?
The friendship we clearly have shared these past few months. Weeks. It is weeks. Akira, have you heard of the term assisted suicide? Yeah. That's definitely what's going on here.
What should we do, you guys? Should we proceed with the vote? I think we should keep going until everyone is satisfied, even if it's just to be safe.
You are right. We only get one chance to vote after all.
Just to be safe, huh? Guess I have no choice. If that's the case, I'll do my best to go along with it.
This is friggin' annoying. But if you guys say you're doing it, there's no way I'm gonna back out.
Hey, Monokuma! You heard us. The voting's gonna have to wait!
Yeah, friendship is magic. The power of friendship.
We've come this far. Let's work hard till the very end. If we work together, everything should be all right. That's what I believe.
Aww.
Pocky says, also I'm addicted to the Arcana. I love Julian so much. Azra, though. He's my bae. I love him so much. I really gotta get back into that game. Like, I still have it downloaded on my phone, but I haven't played in months. Just cause, like, I don't know. I feel like I know I'd get sucked into it and just be, like, on my phone for hours when I need to be doing other shit. Ah, Danielle, you play it too! Ah, it's so good. I also just like the aesthetic of it, honestly.
Splendid. You guys are so splendid right now.
I honestly wish there were more merch for it. Because they have some merch, but not a whole lot.
That's right. If all your hopes are united, no despair can shake you.
If all your hopes are united, no despair can shake you, huh? Pocky says Azra is best boy, my fave, but I'm currently obsessed with Julian. I'm curious about the other characters, like the side characters, because aren't they... I don't know if they already have arcs themselves, or if they're gonna get arcs in the future. I could be just horribly behind on news about that. But I'm like, so hyped to see how their like little arc books, whatevers, are gonna go. Now that I think about it, Nagito said the same thing. The absolute hope that can overcome any despair. He said he was yearning for that. And this situation we're in might be the thing that Nagito wanted all along. That's... No, never mind. Never mind all that gay shit. I'm probably overthinking. That's... Is it intermission time? It is! Okay.
No.
Pocky also says I need Lucio route because I want to feel the pain. Yeah. I'm just curious, like, what the fuck is gonna go on in a Lucio route? Like, I don't know much about Lucio. Other than he's obviously, like, I don't know, spoilers.
Man, my heart was racing like crazy when I thought the voting time was gonna start, but... Well, if you think about it rationally, there's no way it was gonna happen. We haven't done this bit yet. Also, the players probably figured that out too. You're the only one who didn't know. Isn't that right, Monami? Dots. How much longer are you planning to sulk? Let's get along like we always do. Dots. Alright, you passed. Friendship is measured by how long you can stand in silence where you're all alone with someone else.
That's actually true. Like, you know friendship is real when, like, you can just be in comfortable silence and, like, not have it be awkward or not overthink about how awkward it'll be. And just kind of chill and do your own thing.
So Monami and I are the bestest of best friends.
Don't say such stupid things. I hate you so much right now.
Why do I have to be hated that much? Besides the fact that you snap at me like that, I don't trust you at all. Not even a teensy tiny 1 milliliter bit. How sad. Distrusting your friend is much more shameful than being betrayed by that friend, you know? We aren't even friends in the first place. Then as your older brother, let me say this.
You're not even my brother. But I don't want to go to Hope's Peak Academy. Brother?
I'm not your brother, but you're going anyways.
Oh, brother.
sad to live a life without friendship. It's even sadder than watching a high school rom-com full of guys.
I would so be down for a high school rom-com full of guys. Don't you keep that from me, Monokuma. Akira, no, Hajime is bi. It's just Nagito is too crazy. Yeah, totally. That's how that works. That's canon. Paki says, I can't wait to play Fully Bigger with Lucio. Yes. And yes, it's officially canon, as of my streams, that Hajime's bi. Becky says, high school rom-com full of guys. Cough, cough, Warren, cough.
Well, there may be some demands for that.
Yes, hi, I am those demands. I demand it.
I totally took the man bait.
Man, taking that man bait. It is a rough time. Alright, save the current progress, yes. And we're not gonna reopen the trial. No, no sir. Shut those doors.
By now, there's nothing more for me to say.
Okay, we're gonna let Monami monologue because Monami's adorable.
Anyway, my chest is full of pride right now. Everyone is united against despair. They're totally awesome.
Plot twist. Hold on, hold on. Listen to her words. What if somehow, some way, shape, or form, Monami is being controlled by Nagito? That doesn't make sense because he's dead right now. But so is Junko, or Merkuro, or whatever, with Monokuma. And technically Junko's dead. So
that's why I'm gonna fight too!
It also doesn't make sense because I think she was in scenes with Nagito, like, also in those scenes.
I will fight the only way I can. I'm gonna show that guy my fearsome
God damn it, Thomas, we're almost done here.
That's basically it.
So if we're working together, where do we start?
No. No, we're not starting. And Thomas, you stop. You waited a few minutes for me to close the stream, Thomas. Okay, hold on. Okay, I think Thomas has passed. But anyways, this is the end of the stream. We're gonna stop here. We're gonna continue the trial, actually, in the next stream. Thomas wants the stream to continue so he can interrupt more. If only. Hold on, let me quickly. I said that right, yeah? Check my work schedule. I doubt I'm gonna have a schedule right now, because it seems like the new person in charge of the schedule, like, for some reason they keep doing it at like the very last minute. So that's why I'm like, oh, I don't think I have a time for the next time. Yeah, the schedule's not up yet. So I don't know when this next will be. I'm just gonna assume most likely next Tuesday or Wednesday. It typically tends to fall along one of those days. So plan on that. And I just realized I shut off my phone and you guys are still. I like trains. Thomas zooms in. 3 minutes before I go skating. What timing? Perfect, yes. Yeah, thank you guys for joining me. This was fun. I wasn't expecting to get this far so soon, but we are. And it's the last class trial, and I feel like we're on the right track. We still don't know exactly who could have possibly been an accomplice to his death, but we will figure it out next time. Yeah, thank you. Whether you're a specter or a silent spook, I still love and adore you for listening, watching, being good friendos. Nice times. I got links below if you want to hit me up or any of the other lovely people in the chat up, because we have a Discord that we're pretty active in, and it's fun times. And links to other things too, other internet locations. I did set up a Patreon, if you guys are curious about that. I didn't link it below yet, but I will link it in the Discord, and I do have it linked and pinned on my Twitter, if that's a thing y'all wanna be a part of. I don't have like fancy tiers on it, but if you guys have any ideas of what you'd want to see through my Patreon, hit me up and I'll consider that sort of thing. But until then, until next time, I will see y'all in the future. Bye!